You on?
Yep.
Today's date is Saturday, November 11th, 2017. The time now is about 8:22 a.m. My name is Rich Lewis. I'm a detective with the Albuquerque Police Department. And to my left, if we can just start and we'll just have everybody go around the table and introduce themselves for the tape, please.
Bryce Perry, I'm an investigator for Gary Mitchell.
I'm Deputy District Attorney Greer Rose.
Gary Mitchell, I'm Michelle's attorney.
And could you please introduce yourself?
I'm Michele Martens.
Okay. And Michelle, I just want to talk to you a little bit on what we're doing here today. We're going to talk to you. And I'm going to talk to you here in a bit. What I want to do is go nice and slow. And if you don't understand what I'm asking, please ask me to repeat it or to clarify. If at any time you're not comfortable, you need to take a break. Is that the alarm going off? Hang on just a second. It must be the alarm going off downstairs.
They're not normally open on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Wonder if,
we
like,
got the audible alarm went
Set
off.
the burglar alarm
Okay, I think we can still
on. Yeah.
be heard on the tape, so I'll kind of just talk a little louder. As I was saying, if you don't understand a question I've asked or I've confused in some way, please ask me to clarify. Okay? I'm going to ask you to say yes or no. I've got a very bad habit where a lot of times I say and it's really hard down the road to figure out if that's a yes or a no answer, okay? So we'll go nice and slow. If you need to use the restroom, take a break. If any time that you just need to take a few minutes, that's fine, okay?
Okay.
You've been given what's called a Castigar letter. Have you reviewed that with your attorney this morning?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that either myself or the DA or your attorney can clarify them before we get started?
No.
Just for the record, I just want to understand that I'm going to read the last paragraph in this. This is, after consultation with my attorney, I understand and agree to the contents of this letter, and that means the Castigar letter you've reviewed with your attorney. I understand that any statement I may give is provided of my own free will and is voluntary. I understand that I'm not compelled to provide a statement by the court or by any law enforcement or prosecutorial agency. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure you're here of your own free will and with the advice of your attorney, Mr. Mitchell.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions before we get started?
No, sir.
Okay. All I'll ask, and what would you like me to call you? Can I call you Michelle during this interview? Okay.
Yes.
Again, I'm Rich, and I'm not very formal, as your attorney knows. I'm pretty easy to get along with. I don't get real excited about things anymore. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm kind of getting along a little old. So all I ask for is that I'm not going to lie to you during this interview. I will only tell you the truth. I won't ask you questions, and I want truthful answers, okay? That's all I expect. Is truthful, be candid with me. Please do not add anything. If you don't know, the answer I don't know is perfectly acceptable. If you don't remember, that's perfectly acceptable. We have a lot of records that have been provided in this case. It's called discovery. Phone records, text records, photographs, things like that. Excuse me. We may use those to help refresh your memory or we know it's been a while since this happened. And we know that sometimes it helps if I can show you something. I don't want to tell you what to say ever. But if I can show you a record or a photograph or a text message that might put a time context to what we're asking. Does that understand?
Yes.
But please don't ever let me put words in your mouth. If you feel I'm doing that, you stop me right then and there, okay?
Yes.
Because this is your interview, and all we want is the truth of what you remember, what you saw, what you heard, what you did. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab a tissue. And I understand this is emotional for everyone in this room. We understand that. It's okay. The other thing, and they won't do it, but what gets picked up on the recorder is the handcuffs on the glass. And I'm so sorry, but that gets really picked up.
Okay.
But it's going to happen. So if I remind you, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just down the road, we're going to have to transcribe what we're doing here today. And it makes it real hard for everyone doing that when we have all those other noises, okay? So I'm not trying to be mean. I like to keep my hands up here too. But just because, and we'd ask, but they'll tell us no. Okay?
Okay.
All right, we ready to get started? You
Yes.
doing okay?
Yes, for
Okay.
now.
All right, just take a deep breath for me, okay? Okay. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Michele Ann Martens.
Okay. And can you tell me where you were born, Michele?
July 14th, 1981.
Okay, and where were you born?
In Bronx, New York.
Bronx, New York. Did you grow up there?
Yes.
When did you, tell me about growing up there. Where did you go to school? And,
I went to PS 72 for my elementary school. I went to IS 192 for my junior high school, and I went to Lehman High School for my high school.
okay, so Lehman High School?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to slow down just a little bit.
Okay.
That's okay.
I'm used to talking fast.
It's okay. We're gonna slow everything down. I talk fast too, but
Okay.
but I keep saying is somebody's gonna have to listen to this down the road and they have to type all this out for us. So we're gonna slow down. Okay. Tell me about your mom and dad. What are their names?
Patricia Martens and John Martens.
Are they both still alive?
Yes.
Are they here or in New York?
They're here in New Mexico.
Okay. Okay. When did you leave New York? After high school or?
Yeah, it was after high school, and I didn't leave right away. I moved out here in 2005, August of 2005.
When'd you graduate high school?
Well, I graduated Lehman, but they didn't let me walk down the aisle because I failed. It's like a major test that you have to pass to walk down the aisle and graduate. It's called the RCT,
Okay.
and I failed that by 1 point, so
Oh,
they
no.
didn't let me walk down the aisle. But then I did a homeschooling from James Madison High School, and I graduated from there and got my diploma from there.
Okay. When was that?
I think it was 2002.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact year.
So about 3 or so years before you moved out here to Albuquerque?
Yes.
So after you graduated high school, what did you do?
I was working,
Okay.
like little jobs here and there.
Okay. In New York?
Yes.
In New York City?
Yeah. No, not city.
Okay.
I wish.
Okay.
But in the Bronx area.
Okay, in the Bronx area. What
Yeah,
kind of jobs do you
Brooklyn.
have?
Cashier jobs, deli jobs, mainly
Okay.
out there.
Okay.
Where were your
Okay.
parents then?
They were living in our house out there in New York.
Okay, so you lived with them.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Did you have any relationships back then? Boyfriend, girlfriend type relationships?
I had a few.
Okay. Had a few back then?
Yeah.
Okay. What prompted you to finally leave New York?
I was getting into trouble with the friends I was hanging out with, but
Okay.
I never did any jail time out there.
Okay.
But I was just getting into trouble hanging out with the wrong crowd and everything. And they did drugs and they were drinking, and I've tried weed, but I never got addicted to it, so I never did any other drugs after that.
Okay.
So, and then after that, I just moved out here.
Okay. How did you pick New Mexico?
My best friend Tina, her parents had property out here in Rio Rancho,
Okay.
and they came out here and visited out here, and they decided they liked it, and they were gonna move out here, and they asked me to come with them,
Okay.
and I moved out here with them.
Okay. When you moved out here, where'd you first stay?
I stayed with my best friend's mother and father.
Okay, and it's Tina. What's Tina's last name?
Christina Cirillo,
Christine Cirillo.
Yes.
Okay. Whereabouts were they living when you first stayed with them?
1515 Fox Hill Place, Southwest.
Okay. Here in the city?
Southwest. Yeah.
Okay. So they weren't up in Rio Rancho?
No,
Okay.
they just had property out there.
Okay. How long did you stay with them?
About a year or so.
Okay.
How long had you been friends with Tina?
Like 24 years.
So since you were like little,
Elementary school.
little
yeah.
kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
What kind of things did you guys do?
Oh, we did everything, like silly things. We would go to each other's houses, and then when we got old enough to drive, we would just go driving everywhere and just like be silly.
Right.
But we're like close. We're like sisters. So
Good.
That's fun. You get to like move here with basically your best friend ever, right?
yeah. But then she moved back to New York because she couldn't let New York go. So she moved back over there, and then eventually she wound up back over here.
Okay. Is she
So-
here now?
Yes.
Okay. Were you still friends with her?
Yes.
Good. Good. Okay. So after you spent about a year with her and her family, is that correct?
Yes.
What happens? Where do you go next?
I met Jason
Okay.
Oding,
Okay.
and I moved in. Well, I didn't technically move in with him, but I went slowly. But the snowstorm that we had in November of 2006
Okay.
got me snowed in his house.
Okay.
So that's how basically I wound up with him.
Where was Jason living at that time?
Oh, he was living over there off of 2nd Street in Osuna over there. He was in a trailer home. He was living with 2 girls
Okay. How'd you meet Jason?
off of MySpace.
Okay. Walk me through how that happened.
I was actually talking to his friend, and we were supposed to double date that night. and it was supposed to be me, my friend, and then him and his other friend. And I was supposed to hook up with his friend, and Jason was supposed to hook up with my friend. But my friend canceled out on me, so it was just me with the two.
Okay.
And I went there, and I had no interest in his friend whatsoever, and I just started talking to Jason, and since then, we've just been going out and been going to his house, staying at his house.
Okay. Were you working at this time?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Tell me about the snowstorm. So how early was that? That's so funny.
It was in November of 2005, but it's like I had a Chevy Malibu at the time.
Okay, so you're not going anywhere.
No, no. And the snow was like up to my trunk, and I wasn't even gonna attempt to drive in it because at the time I did have my daughter at 3 months old.
Oh
She
my
was
gosh,
3
you
months.
had a baby.
Yes.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I
So was
like-
that awkward? Was it like, hey?
It was.
How do we?
It was because I felt awkward at first because I've never done anything like that before. So
But you have no choice. You're trapped.
exactly, but then it's like when the snow melted away, it's like I just never went back to Tina's mom's house, and I do feel bad for that because they went out of their way and did everything for me, and I just went up and did that with them, especially with the baby. So they were worried about me. I wasn't answering their phone calls, and finally I got in touch with my mom, and I was like, "Hi, Mom," and she was like, "Where the F are you?"
Oh my gosh.
And then I had to tell her what happened, and she was just glad to hear I was okay. And
Was your mom and dad here then? Or
No,
they
they
still
were in New York.
They were still in New York?
yes,
Okay. Okay. So what happens next? You're kind of moving in with Jason? How long were you with Jason in North Valley?
oh, I don't remember exactly how long I was there, but I know that we did move out, and we moved to the Bandelier Apartments off of Ellison and not Ellison, McMahon and Golf Course, that now called the Sandia Village, or something like that.
Okay.
We moved there together, and we lived there
Okay.
for a while.
How long do you think you lived there?
I would say for about maybe 6 months to a
Okay.
year, around there.
Okay. Were you working then?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you working there?
I was working at Linens and Things.
Linens and things?
Yes.
Okay. How was
When-
that?
It was fun. I liked it,
Okay.
especially because I had the candle department. So.
Okay.
You always smelled good when you left.
Yeah. Yep. And I liked it. And eventually, I became a cashier, the lead cashier. So basically, it's like a supervisor,
Oh,
cashier
wow.
supervisor.
Good.
So
Okay. How long did you work there?
altogether, I worked there for like 4.5, 5 years.
Wow,
Because
long
I started in New York and then I transferred when I came out here.
Okay. So you had a job with Linen and Things in New York,
Yes.
and you were able to find the same business out here?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yep. It was the one that was on Cutler Avenue in the Pavilion at San Mateo.
Yes, I know exactly
It
where
was
it
right
is.
there.
Right by the freeway?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. So you're working at Linen and Things,
Yes.
and you're living on the west side with Jason.
Yes.
Okay. What else is going on?
We suddenly the rent got too expensive because they raised the rent. So for a while we were homeless.
Okay.
So it was me, Jason, and my daughter.
What did you guys do?
We basically were living in a hotel,
Okay.
going back and forth to a hotel, and then finally his sister said that we can go live with her. So we lived with her, but not for long because her and Jason bump heads because they're both stubborn.
Okay.
So they were constantly fighting, and then we decided that we had to move out.
Okay.
And that's when we moved to the Sedona Ridge Apartments.
This-
Sedona Ridge.
Sedona Ridge, okay.
I believe it's off of Comanche and somewhere else. I forgot the exact
Okay.
street.
Okay. How long did you guys stay there?
A year. We signed a year lease.
Okay. How was that?
It was okay. My car got broken into, so it wasn't all that.
Wasn't all that great, though, was it?
No.
Okay.
So, and then after, because basically after that, and plus it was towards the end of our lease, that's when we moved out of there.
Okay. Where'd you move next?
We went to go live with this girl named Linda in
Okay.
Rio Rancho.
Okay. Who's Linda?
That was one of Jason's co-workers because he worked at Intel.
Okay.
So that was one of his co-workers that he worked with at the time.
Okay.
And we lived with her in Rio Rancho. I believe it's Astor Place, it's like 912 Astor,
Okay.
something like that.
How was that?
It was okay.
It was okay? A little
Yes.
tough living with somebody else?
Yes.
Okay. It got you through things, though?
Yes.
Okay. How long do you think you lived there? I don't know if I asked you that.
I would say about 6 months.
6 months?
Yes,
Okay.
and at this time I realized I was pregnant with my son.
Okay, okay. So after the 6 months, were you still working at Linens and things at that time?
No, I was working at the Holiday Inn Express off of I-25 by the Loon Fiesta.
Okay, okay. How come you left Linens?
Because they closed down. They saying they were going to close
That's
down, so
right.
I was like, okay. So instead
Oh.
of like being closed down and being jobless, I just decided to start finding a job when they let me know.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I went
That's
to the
smart.
Holiday Inn,
Okay.
and I was a night auditor over there.
Okay.
So I worked from 11 at night till 7 in the morning.
Ooh,
And you were
graveyard shift.
pregnant?
At the time, but I didn't know I was pregnant with my daughter.
Oh, okay. Oh, when
So-
you had Victoria?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's I call her my miracle child, basically, because she is, and I look like I do now when I delivered her.
Like you just never showed?
I just never showed. I had my period the whole time, and nothing like ever showed. I didn't have no mood swings or anything like that.
Were you here when you were pregnant with her? or-
Yes, she
Okay.
was born August 23rd of 2006.
Yeah.
And,
So what happened? Just
I was living with Petra at the time, which is Christina's mother and father, and I was getting ready to go to work at the Holiday Inn, and basically I was just getting ready to go to work. It was like 9:30 at night, and I went to the bathroom because I didn't feel good, and I thought it was just my monthly cycle starting to come on, and I went to the bathroom and I just wasn't feeling right at all. So I called in to the Holiday Inn, and they're like, well, we need you here. She's like, you're the only one. So I'm like, okay, I'll try and make it. And I did my best, and I got dressed, and I was about to walk out the door, and I couldn't even stand up. I was like all hunched over, and I was sweating, and I was like pale and everything.
Wow.
And Petra was like, you don't look so good. Where are you going? I was like, I gotta go to work. They said that they need me there. They're like, you're not going anywhere looking like that. And I went to go call them back, and then finally the last time I went back into the bathroom, and I felt like I had to go poop. So I sat on the toilet, and nothing came out, and then all of a sudden, like, I started to throw up. And then from throwing up, I thought I peed myself because I got wet down there. But then after realizing what it was, I sat on the toilet, I looked down and saw the top of her head.
oh my
Oh
gosh.
my.
And I put a towel on the floor, and 4 pushes, she was out.
What were you thinking?
I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was terrified. And I was crying, I was shaking, and then I took my cell phone and I called Petra into the bathroom.
Oh my gosh, what did she do?
She opened the door, she's like, okay.
We have a situation, apparently.
Yeah, and then she told me that she went to her husband and she's like, we just had a baby.
Oh my god.
I was like, I was so like, I was
You was
like
in a
shy, I was in shock, I was scared, I didn't know what to do. And they finally called the ambulance.
Right.
And the ambulance cut the umbilical cord, and they took us to Presbyterian. And I didn't have anything for her whatsoever. I didn't have a crib, clothes, anything, car seat, or anything, anything. And they took her vital signs and everything. She was 100% healthy. She was 6 pounds, 12 ounces, and 19 and a half inches
Like
long.
totally full term. Yeah.
Yep. And right when I was about to sign the papers to like give her up for adoption, because I wasn't financially stable,
Right.
and I just wasn't able to care for a child at the time. All of a sudden, things started coming to me. Like the hospital gave me a car seat, the hospital gave me clothes, Petra and Orlando bought me a crib, and it's like everything just came to me, and then I was able to take care of her. And it was the most frightening day of my life, but it was the most joyful day of my life, because it's like I still can't imagine my life without her.
How did you tell your mom about it? Tell me about calling your parents, because they're in New York.
I was afraid to call them.
Yeah.
But Petra wound up calling
Okay.
my parents, and my mom actually, because my dad was working at the time.
Okay.
And my mom answered the phone, and she heard Petra's voice, and she was like, I have to talk to you. And my mom's like, what now? She's like, you might want to sit down for this. And I'm like, uh-oh.
So you're just listening to her. So
Yeah.
you probably are imagining what your mom's doing on the other side of that call.
Yes. And my mom finally told me that she told Petra that she was sitting down, but she really wasn't. She was pacing back and forth. She's like, what'd she do now?
Oh no.
And then she's like, you didn't do nothing. She's like, you just became a grandma last night. And I don't know what my mom's reaction was, but I know she started crying and everything. And And I talked to her and I started crying. My mom started crying. She yelled at me and because she was out in May, and supposedly I was 6 months pregnant and I was on my period, so I couldn't go swimming, and I looked like I do now.
That's crazy.
And
So your mom didn't, I mean, so
No.
shock to her too, because
Yes.
you would expect 6 months somebody to have a big belly. That's
Yep.
so crazy.
Yes.
Did they come visit?
No, I wound up going visiting them when Victoria was a month old.
Okay.
And then I kept going to New York like after
Back
that.
and forth.
Yeah. And then it was just like I was so joyful to just like have her in my life and thanking God that she was healthy, and
Yeah.
because I watched this show called I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant.
Totally watched that show. Yeah.
After all this, and I was like, wow, these things can happen if you don't take prenatal care, if you don't go to doctors, if you don't do this. And I was just praying to him that she was healthy. That's why I call her my miracle child.
How was she as a baby? Was she
Oh, she was awesome. She slept through the night, literally.
like right away?
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
yes. I think it's mainly because I put cereal in the bottle to make the bottle a little
So she was
thicker.
full, yeah.
Yeah, so that helped. So she was just a really
Just
good
like a
baby.
super easy baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
That's,
That's the like coolest story ever.
that's an interesting way to become a mom, isn't
Right?
it?
Yes, it is. And I can tell you, she straightened out my life for a little bit there.
That's
Right?
good. That's
So,
good. Okay. So after all of this, I don't know, I'm kind of still in shock at this whole story. After all this, kind of walk me through what happens next.
so after that, like after all that happened, then like that's when I moved in with Jason like 3 months after that, because I moved in with him when she was 3 months, and that's when the snowstorm and
Okay.
everything. And then we moved to the Bandelier apartments, and then we moved in with that lady Linda, and then after that, we moved to the. I think we lived with his sister. I'm not exactly sure after that.
Okay.
But then after that, that's when we moved to the Arroyo Villa apartments.
Okay. Okay. Remember when that was?
I was there for like 4 years, so I believe it was like in 2013, 2012, 2013.
Okay.
around there.
If I remember correctly, you were at a different apartment before, and then you moved.
Yes.
Okay. You
Yes,
remember the
we-
first apartment you were at?
We moved in together, me and Jason, we moved into apartment 202.
Okay.
And then after that, that's when we were having difficulties, me and Jason, because he was starting to like verbally abuse me, and like he threw a napkin and he threw a remote at me.
Okay.
So I was like, this needs to stop. And I was like, if it don't, I was like, I'm tired of your verbal abuse. I can't take it anymore, and it's too much on me. I was like, if you don't stop, I'm gonna see that we like separate.
Okay.
And he didn't stop. He kept degrading me and everything. And after that, that's when we moved to we moved to a 3-bedroom after that. Or I was in a 3-bedroom. I don't remember
Okay.
exactly. But after that, that's when I moved in by myself, and I moved to apartment 4,
Apartment 4.
Building 4.
Building 4.
building 4, and he moved in with his sister because he had nowhere else to go. And I stayed in the same apartment complex.
Okay. Had your son Matthew arrived by then?
Yes.
Okay.
But with my son, everything was opposite. I got optic ears. Everything was like the
You
total
knew with
opposite.
him.
Yes.
He made an appearance early.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it was at like 2 o'clock in the morning where I went into labor with him, and we would take him to Presbyterian and had a normal birth with him.
How long
Okay.
was your labor with him?
An hour.
Oh, so quick too, though,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, that is quick.
Yeah. Compared to my mom with me, I think she said she was in labor for like 23 hours. And with my brother, it was like 24 or something like that.
Oh,
Gosh, you
man.
kind of expect to be like your mom, right? And
Yeah.
so you're just like
Yes.
so quick.
Yes.
Do you remember when Matthew arrived? Do you remember where you were living? Which apartment?
Oh.
So
Not
before-
exactly.
Is that before the 3-bedroom or?
Yeah, it was before the 3-bedroom.
Okay. Is that what prompted you to move to the 3-bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now there's 4 of you.
Yes, because we realized that Victoria needed her own room,
Yeah.
Matthew needed his own room.
How far apart are they?
They were a year and a half.
Okay, so it's close. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they had sibling rivalry, but most of the time they were good kids.
Yeah. Everybody has civil rights.
Yeah.
Everybody has
Yes,
that.
they do.
You remember where you're working when all this is going on? When Matthew arrives?
I don't remember, but I was working. I don't remember where.
Okay. Okay.
Because I left the Holiday Inn because I got held at gunpoint
Oh,
at 2 o'clock in the
you
morning.
got robbed?
Yes, at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was there by myself.
Okay.
So I left there.
Yeah.
I was like, either you change my shift from 7 to 3 or I'm out of here. They didn't want to do it, so I left.
I can't blame you for that. Where'd you go work next?
I don't remember exactly. I don't remember exactly after that where I went.
Okay.
But I know I did get a job at Bye Bye Baby,
Okay.
that new store. I helped them build it, and then they decided to keep me based on my work ethic.
Okay.
And so I was there. I was there from January of 2014, I believe, and I was there for a year
Okay.
and a couple months.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I loved it. I started there. I was the cashier, and then I was working in the stroller department. And then from there, I went to customer service trainee. So it's basically like the person who does orientation for the new employees and
Okay.
and everything. So they train the new employees on the products in the store from each department, and it was fun. And I did the cashier training, and then after that, I wound up going into receiving because I wanted better hours. So I went into
With two little kids,
yeah.
you need better hours. I remember those days.
Yes.
And that store's like sort of across town. How did you? Where were Matthew and Victoria during the day? I mean, they were
they
still
were-
little, right?
yes.
Before school.
Yes, they were in daycare at
Okay.
the time.
Where'd you send them to daycare?
I
Was
believe
it like
I
a little, like a private place or like a little
No, it was
school?
like an actual daycare.
Okay.
It was in Peralta. Me and Jason were living. And
Okay.
We lived in a fourplex there, and the daycare was right across the street.
So you could take that.
Way down in
and-
Peralta?
Yes.
Okay.
It was right in between Bosque Farms and Los Lunas over there.
Okay. How'd you find that place down there?
In the newspaper.
Okay. Got out of town, huh?
Yes, it was cheaper. It was a 3-bedroom for $625,
Okay.
Wow.
but it was very country.
Is that before the Royal Views?
Yes.
Okay, so you go from the Friend up in Rio Rancho to Peralta, then to the Royal Views?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How come you left Peralta?
Because we couldn't afford the rent anymore because it was only my budget, or it was only Jason's budget, because then I wasn't working for a period of time, and I was looking for a job. And then I wound up going to Enterprise. It was Enterprise before Bye Bye Baby, but I left Enterprise to go to Bye Bye Baby,
Okay.
and then I just stayed with Bye Bye Baby after that.
Okay. Okay.
So, because I worked with Jason at Enterprise for a while.
She was working there too?
Yes.
At the rental company?
Yes, at the airport.
Oh, okay.
So
How'd
it
you
was
like that?
very busy.
I was gonna say, I bet that's busy.
I practically did everything over there too. I was a return agent, I was a service agent, I was a shuttler, I was...
It's not busy.
Everything.
So you drove the big shuttle bus?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say,
I drove,
you just drove cars around.
yes,
Oh.
I drove the dirty cars in to be cleaned, and then drove the clean cars and parked them to be rented out.
Oh, okay.
So they called that the shuttler.
The shuttle? I thought you drove the big bus.
Oh, no.
Okay. Did you like that?
Yes, I did, because it kept me busy.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type of person that needs to stay busy. I can't sit in one spot for a long time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
So
Kind of the exact
I'm used to
same
the
way.
New York hustle and bustle. So.
Do you miss it, New York?
Manhattan, I do.
Do
And
you?
the food.
Do you?
Other than that,
What kind of food do you miss?
the Italian food.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Everything out here has green chili in it.
Even the Italian food.
Yes, it does.
You haven't gotten used to chili yet?
No, I still don't like it.
Oh, you're the only person I know that ever says that.
Well, being in jail, that they feed us green chili, and it's like hot. So it's like,
Okay.
if it's too hot for me, I won't eat it.
Okay.
So, but other than that, I'm kind of getting used to it.
Yeah, it grows on you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So you're at the Rovius, you have both kids, and things are not going well with Jason, is what it sounds like. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Walk me through how it kind of splits up.
Well, with him verbally abusing me, and then he threw the remote at me, and I wasn't going to take it anymore. And I told him, I was like, I can't take this. I was like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. And he just didn't want to get the point. So he started crying, I started crying, and the kids were in school at this time. So we were just talking to each other. And we finally split up, and then he went to his sister's, and I went to building 4, apartment 403, I
Okay.
believe it was, a 404.
Okay. How long did you stay there?
I stayed there till my lease was up, and then I moved to a 3-bedroom because the 3 bedrooms were cheaper than the 2 bedrooms. Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
I
The
was-
3-bedroom is cheaper than the 2-bedroom?
Yes, my 2-bedroom I was paying $795. So then they had like a special going on, I guess, or it was like that time of the year where the 3 bedrooms don't get rented out that often,
Okay.
and it was only $785.
Okay.
So I moved to the 3-bedroom, which was building 8, which was right across.
Okay. So so each of you got your own bedroom?
Yes.
Okay, that make it
Yes.
nice?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Because in the 2-bedroom, the 404 or 403 was a 2-bedroom, so I was sharing a room with my daughter, and then my son had his own room.
Okay. Okay. So make it, when you moved into the 3-bedroom, was it nicer?
Yes.
Okay.
A
Did
lot.
things calm down after you guys split up?
Yes and no.
Okay.
They calmed down until I filed for child support.
Okay.
And then everything started up again.
Started
Yes.
back up? Okay,
Yes.
I can see how that could happen. So.
Yes.
Did you guys finally work through all that though?
And yes, because it's like every time I would ask him for money for Matthew to get him like a haircut or to get him clothes, and he would give me a hard time about it. And that's what made me go for the child support.
Okay.
Because if he would have just given me like maybe $50 just to like take care of him, I wouldn't even file the child support. And then once I filed the child support, we went to court and everything was set in stone. Then he was like, can't we talk this out? Can I give you this? And I was like, now you want to do it? I said, no. I was like, now it's required. You have to give it to me. And if you don't, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Did it finally settle down to where it became workable?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat. Because he had his visitations on his Tuesdays and Wednesdays with his son.
Okay.
And Thursday mornings. And most of the other times he was with me.
Okay. Matthew was?
Yes.
Okay. Would you start back working then when you guys moved to the 3-bedroom in Building 8?
Yes, that's when I was working at Bye Bye Baby
Okay.
after that. Because I was there for quite a while.
Okay.
So.
So tell me how's things going in the 3-bedroom?
Fine and dandy, everything's all, Victoria's all happy she had her own room. She's like, I get my privacy, and I'm like, thanks, Victoria. And then she gave me a hug after that. She was like, I'm sorry, Mommy, and I'm like, okay, it's okay. And then Matthew was all excited to have his own room again,
I bet.
because they each got to decorate their own room, like different ways, because I would leave it like one way, like a couple months, and then another way a couple months, and then I'm like, okay, if you guys keep it this way, and if you want it changed another way, if you're good and if you keep your room clean, we'll change it again. And sometimes they did,
Yeah.
but most of the time they did pretty good on keeping their rooms clean.
Were they pretty good at keeping
Yes.
rooms clean?
Especially when Nana came over.
Okay, I bet.
So,
Good.
so yeah.
So you're working at Bye Bye Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Things are going along pretty good. Where are the kids going to school?
Petroglyph Elementary.
Petroglyph? Okay. How's that going for everybody? They like school?
Yes, Victoria loved school. She made a whole bunch of friends, but I didn't realize how many friends she had until all this happened. And it was like she was just a loved child by everybody, even if they didn't know her. She was,
That's what I understand.
yeah. So
And Matthew, how was he liking school?
he was getting bullied a lot, and he had like kind of problems with like soiling his pants a lot and peeing his pants. And I think that's mainly because of the bullying that was going on with him, that was making him do that. And I've had constant like conversations with the principal and saying, if it don't stop, I'm gonna have to take it further. And then finally it did stop, and then he was getting bullied on the bus. So I was like, "Aw." He'd get papers thrown at him, and
I'm sorry.
since he wore glasses, they were making fun of him, calling him a nerd, and this and that. And poor Matthew, he was like, I don't want to go on the bus, Mommy. He's like, I don't want to go on the bus. And I'm like, okay, I'll take you to school this time. Except for when I had to be at work early. If I had to be at work early, I'd ask my mom if she could like either put them on the bus or take them to school, whichever one they wanted. So she was there to help me out, because by this time my mom and dad were living in Mexico.
Okay.
They've been here for about 3.5 years, or something like that.
Okay. What prompted him to come here?
Grandkids.
It's always that, isn't it?
Yes, that, and plus I was struggling a
Okay.
little bit financially, so they came out here to help me to try and set a budget and everything, so that way I can get my bills paid, the rent paid, and instead of going on spending sprees. But most of my money went towards the kids.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, they didn't need certain stuff, but it's like because I wanted to, and they were good. Like during the week at school, I would spend my money on them, And my parents, they were like, you can't do that. You need your money for your bills. And
What kind of things did you buy for them?
I bought their clothes. I bought them like toys. Like if they were good at school, I would buy them like a toy at the end of the week.
Did you like take them to the store and let them pick it out?
Yep, we'd go to Walmart. That was our favorite place to go. Because Toys R Us was too expensive for me. So we went to Walmart in the discount place and they got either a coloring book, a toy, or whatever, or I take them out to eat or get them whatever they wanted.
What were their favorite things to eat?
My daughter was Sonic, the mozzarella sticks.
Oh, yes.
And
Me too. What about Matthew?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
All guys like McDonald's.
Yeah. I think it's because of the play places.
Oh, yeah. You like the fries?
I love the fries.
Yeah, everyone loves McDonald's fries.
I love the fries.
I hate to admit it, but everybody loves it.
It's like I'll order something from Sonic or whatever restaurant, and I won't get the fries just because I go to McDonald's to get them.
Right. Everything else is a disappointment, right?
Yep. Because even when I was in New York, I would go to White Castle, and I would get like the chicken wings, the burgers, and everything, and then on my way back, I'd go to McDonald's, pick up the fries, and then go.
Yeah, I hate to admit it too. I like McDonald's fries.
They're good, but they're not good for you.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
That's all how you look at it.
But then I gradually stopped eating it because I watched that documentary, Super Size Me, and I stopped it. And I tried to not feed my kids that much McDonald's anymore, but they loved it too much.
Yeah.
And ever since they started putting like healthy food in the Happy Meals, like the yogurt and the oranges, and I was like, okay, the fries are like this big now in the Happy Meals.
Yeah, we got
So-
a little better. What kind of foods did the kids like?
They liked my cooking when I made chicken cutlets, pork chops, and
How about fruit and vegetables? Were they
they
pretty
were
good?
getting there. They were getting there. Victoria was just starting to like broccoli.
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
She like fruit?
Yeah, she loves fruit. She loves
Love fruit.
apple, bananas, oranges.
Okay. Would she take snacks to school with her?
Sometimes,
Okay.
not good ones. Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Like chips.
Chips and stuff?
Yeah.
Did they give snacks at school at Petriquif? I mean, my
I
kid's been
think
out so
so.
long.
I
Okay.
think they do.
Okay, like a midday snack or something like
Yes.
that. Would she, with both the kids, would they take sack lunches like my kids used to do, or would they just eat at school?
Sometimes they would eat at school, but I would give them the sack lunches, especially because they had lunch boxes. So they were all happy about their lunch
Okay.
boxes with their thermoses.
What kind of lunch boxes did they have?
Victoria had Frozen and Matthew had Spider-Man.
Oh, of course.
So I would pack them a lunch just in case if they didn't want the hot lunch, because I would get free hot lunches because of my budget and my
Okay.
income, because I was on food stamps too and I was on Medicaid.
Okay.
So I basically fed them, I gave them the lunch and
Okay.
they decided if they wanted to eat.
So they got a choice?
Yeah,
Well, that's pretty
because
good.
usually Victoria didn't like the hot lunch,
Okay.
but sometimes she did. So I was like, here, take it just in case if you don't like it, you could eat it, or you could eat it as a snack and then eat your lunch for something else or whatever.
Okay. That's not a bad deal at all.
No, it's not.
Not a bad deal at all.
Nope.
Okay, so what goes on next? It sounds like you're getting things worked out with Jason.
Yes.
The kids are doing pretty good at school. Do things settle down for Matthew and the bullying? Does it finally get better?
A little bit, but a little bit.
Okay,
A little bit. I didn't have to go back to school again to stop it, so
Okay,
I'm guessing
so-
it got
good.
squashed
Okay.
at the school at least.
Did he seem to be doing better?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
that's good.
then I believe Jason spoke to the bus driver about him being bullied on the bus, and I don't know how that went.
Good. I'm glad Jason talked to him.
Yes, because
So-
I was like, don't let me go talk to him.
Sometimes it's best to do it that way.
Yeah, because he's like, I get upset very easily. Like if they tell me he's being bullied, I'm like, what? I'm gonna go talk to the school right now. Jason was like, you can't do that. They're like, you have to go talk to them in a calm manner. I'm like, okay.
But they're your kids, though.
Exactly, and he didn't understand that.
Yeah, they're your
And he
kids.
didn't understand that, so I was just
Yeah.
like,
So
you
you
come with me then.
You're doing exactly what a good mother does.
Thank you.
You're sticking up for those kids. That's what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do. You're like the mama bear.
Yes,
Don't mess with
and
my
they depend
cubs.
on me, you know,
Yeah,
and it's like
that's-
if they tell me
that's it.
something, I'm expected from them to get it squashed or at least handled, you know?
That's exactly right. That's
So-
exactly right.
And Jason, he didn't believe in disciplining the kids.
Okay.
And me, on the other hand, I disciplined them.
Well, you have to.
Yes, I spanked them, and Jason would yell at me every time I spanked Matthew. And I think he favored Matthew a little more than Victoria, but I favored Victoria a little more than I did Matthew, but I loved them both the same.
Yeah.
I loved them both the same, but it's like, because Victoria was older, so she knew more better than Matthew did.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was telling Victoria, I was like, you can't be doing this, and this, because Matthew's going to see you doing it, he's going to think it's okay, so you have to be a role model for Matthew, to show him what's right and wrong too. I was like, you gotta help me out here. And she did a pretty good job at that. She was like the baby cub. And so she would help me take care of Matthew.
That's great.
Even when he was born, it's like, she would feed him. I would let her feed him sitting on the couch. And
she was little, like, too, right?
yeah, she was, I'd let her sit on the couch.
Well, right. And she didn't carry him around, but
yeah.
that's amazing.
So she would sit there and I would sit right next to her and she would be feeding him.
Aww.
So she would help me with like almost everything. Everything.
That's great.
Everything. And that's just the way I raised her. It was like, and what snapped in her mind, I was like, well, if you start helping me a little more now, I'll start giving you allowance. So
then she was really on board.
yes. And then since then, I taught her how to do laundry. I taught her how to do the dishes.
Wow.
And she was doing laundry. She would like get a step stool and she would do the colors with the whites and
Oh, she knew all that?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was like, Mommy, is this right? And then she's like, how much detergent do I put in there? And I was like, look, I'll put it in there. I was like, yeah, you can put that in there. And she'll put it in there and put it around. And she'd do laundry, she'd do the dishes. And
Wow.
she was awesome.
My kids weren't that good. You did a great job, because my kids aren't like that.
But yeah, she would help me clean the house. Like while I'm vacuuming, she would be sweeping the kitchen or something. And then Matthew would be cleaning his room and stuff. So I keep them busy.
It's like you did a tremendous job with those two kids.
Yes.
It's something to be really proud about.
Thank you.
Really proud. Okay, so after, we're to the point now where Jason's kind of moved out. You've settled down in is it apartment 808?
Yes.
3-bedroom?
Yes.
You've settled down, the kids are going to school, things are moving. So start walking me through how things go. What happens next?
Okay, so things were going, I guess you can say like I kind of got lonely being by myself when the kids were at school and stuff like that. So I decided to start looking for another boyfriend.
Okay.
And
Which is natural. That's
Yeah.
that's what you're supposed to do.
yeah,
You gotta fulfill your life.
yes,
There's nothing wrong with that.
no.
Okay.
So I met David Hernandez. I worked with him at Bye Bye Baby. I trained him at Bye Bye Baby, but he wasn't there long. For what reason, I don't know.
Okay.
They wouldn't tell me because that's confidential. So,
Okay.
but he gave me his phone number to keep in contact with him. So I didn't call him for a while. He's the one who called me first, and I guess he just got out of not out of prison, but like out of jail, and I guess he had a warrant out for him, and I didn't think of anything, and I let him stay at my house.
Okay. This is the apartment?
808.
808, okay.
Mhm. And he was good for a while. He was good for a while. He wasn't working or anything like that. And then my daughter and my son loved him to death. And it's like he would take my kids to go, he would take them to the park. He would take them to go jogging, or he would take them to the gym to go swimming in the swimming pool over there, because he was a member of Sports and Wellness.
Okay.
And he would take them to go swimming and stuff like that. So, but he was mainly around Victoria a lot, which, I mean, I didn't think anything of it, and I thought he was just being nice, and Victoria seemed to be having a good time, so I didn't think anything of it. So then he was with me for about, I believe, 6 months. I don't remember exactly how long he was with me.
Okay.
And Victoria went and told my mom that in the middle of the night he would try and sneak into her room. And because Victoria went with my mom that night, because sometimes my mom would watch the kids while I go to work.
Okay.
And Victoria didn't say anything to me, because I guess she thought that I would yell at her, so I don't know why she wouldn't say anything to me. And my mom told me, is David trying to go into her room in the middle of the night? I was like, not that I know of. I was like, every time I wake up in the morning, he's right next to me. And he was like, well, that's what Victoria's telling me. And then it's like, right after that, I asked him, I confronted him about it. And he was like, I wasn't trying to go in her room. I was like, well, that's not what my daughter's saying, and I have to take my daughter's side on this. I was like, you need to leave. I was like, you need to leave. I can't have this in my house. So he left. And my daughter was upset at first, but then she got all happy it's like whenever I mentioned his name, he was like, I can't stand him. I was like, why? And she still didn't tell me. So, but I knew the reason why from my mom because she told my mom. And then after that, I met, I believe it was Jason, like another Jason. But I called him Jay because I couldn't stand the name Jason.
Okay.
So,
A lot of Jasons running around.
yeah, and he was nice, and he had a daughter too. So my daughter would go play with his daughter. Again, then she goes being the mother to, because she was only 2. His daughter was like 2, so she would like play with her and stuff like that. And while I would hang out with Jason and everything, but I would keep an eye on her because we would go to his pool because his pool had a jacuzzi and everything. So we were in there and we just had a good old time, like over at his place, and he would cook for us and everything. So after that, that's when I met Joshua. I forgot his last name, but it was Josh. I didn't see him for long.
Okay.
I think it was only like maybe a month or 2. I don't remember how long
Okay.
I saw him, but I wasn't with him, but he would just like come over my house and like basically
Okay.
intercourse
All
or
right.
whatever. But it was that, and then it's like then he left, and then I still felt like I needed somebody there because I didn't feel like I was dependable enough to do it myself, and it's like I felt like I needed the companionship to be there to like support me and stuff like that because I've always been degraded. People telling me, you can't do this, you can't do that, you look like a horse, you get tinsel teeth and this and that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Because I got bullied too, so I know how my son feels. And but now I realize that those are just words. Those are just words, and they can't hurt me. So
Good.
I'm a lot stronger when it comes to stuff like that now, and that's why I get so irritated when it comes to my kids being bullied. And Jason didn't see that. So it was just like, from then on, it's like mine and Jason's, we tried to talk and it would always come into an argument. And so then after Josh, that's when I met Fabian.
Okay.
I met him on Plenty of Fish, along with Jay and Josh.
So walk me through. I'm
Michelle. The chains are rattling down.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. We said every now and then we'll remind you. So.
The last interview I listened to with Rich, he was clicking his pen.
Oh, it was so
the
bad.
whole I'm like,
I never let myself have a clicky pen. So I was actually reviewing the interview, and I could hear this clicking. So I'm trying to do the transcript. I'm like, who is clicking in the interview? As I'm saying that, I'm clicking the pen, realizing it was me. It was
I
me.
do that too now. I'm just.
Oh, I
You don't
know.
even think about it.
No.
You just
No,
do it.
it's just, we all do that. We all have certain things we do, and it's just, and every now and then I need to be reminded, so no big deal. So top 10, I'm a little bit older, as you can see.
Yeah.
I've never done these dating sites. So tell me what Plenty of Fish is. Just how.
It's
what
a
is
dating site. It's you go on there and it's like I didn't pay for it, so I only have limited access. I can send messages to them, and they can send messages to me, but I can't actually. It's like I could look at their profile, but it'll only show me like a certain things on their profile
Okay.
because I was a limited customer.
They wanted to reel you in?
Yes.
Okay, to get the full profile?
Yes.
Okay.
But I never paid for it.
Okay.
At least I don't think I did.
Okay.
And then it's just like a dating site that I met those 3 guys. They were like completely different.
Okay.
They're completely different. So, and then I didn't think anything was going to go anywhere with Jay, and I thought we were just going to stay friends and stuff. But then after coming to realize, after I met Fabian, I realized that he started to like me more and stuff. So
Okay.
I was.
Walk me through Fabian. Do you remember when you would have met him on Plenty of Fish?
It had to be. I don't remember the exact months, but it had to be like June, maybe
Okay.
May, June.
Okay.
Because I know it was before my birthday,
Okay. When's your birthday?
July 14th.
July 14th? Okay. So it's before July 14th?
Yes.
Okay.
And I met him. He seemed like a really nice guy. And it's like, I think it's because I couldn't see his full profile. I decided to like go meet him and to see how he is and stuff. So I drove to, he said it was his brother's house over there in the southwest off of Arenal and Unser,
Okay.
over there.
Do you remember which brother?
Oh, I don't remember
Okay.
his name. And I went there and I picked him up and then took him back to my house.
Okay.
And we didn't do anything. We were just sitting there talking and talking. And he wound up spending the night and he left the next morning. I took him to, I don't remember where I took him to, but it was some girl's house that he knew, and I took him over there. It's on the same side of town that where his brother is at. It's like right around the corner.
Okay.
Over
Right
there,
over
right.
from your apartment?
No, from his brother's house.
Okay,
Off
down in
of
the South
Arenal,
Valley?
yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
What kind of things did you guys talk about that first day? Like, how was it?
Just like what we like to do
Right.
and like trying to get to know each other basically.
All the first date kind of like topics.
Yeah, and he seemed like an okay guy, and so I was like, okay, I'll give this a chance. And then he was like, well, you're not normally my type that I would go out with. He's like, but I'll give it a try. I was like, okay.
Did he tell you what does that mean? What was his type? Did he tell you or?
He didn't. I didn't ask
You didn't
his
ask
type, no, because I was guessing maybe his type was like the more attractive girls, like the model-looking type, you know.
What did you like about him?
Just that he had a lot of compassion towards me, and I would always just say to myself that I'm ugly, and he was like, no, you're not, and he would just lift my spirits, and it's like the things he said, and he would help me out with the kids and stuff. So he seemed really nice.
Like a supportive person.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What would he do with the kids?
Well, I never left him alone with Victoria. I was always with him when he was with Victoria.
Okay.
And we would go, like, I would take him to the park, and he would come for a little while, but then he was like, I'm bored, I want to go. And I'm like, but my kids, they're playing. He was like, but I want to go back to the house. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, Victoria, Matthew, let's go. So they were like, I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave. I was like, I'll take you swimming if we go. And they're like, okay, okay. So we went back to the house, and he wound up staying in the house, and I took the kids to the swimming pool
Okay.
that was across from my building.
You said you never left him with Victoria. Was that because of any reason or?
No, I was protective over Victoria. So after that incident with David, I didn't trust leaving Victoria with any guy.
So you were careful out that got your guard up.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And did you tell anybody about what your mom told you about David?
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Okay. Do you remember talking to, I think your pediatrician and letting them know?
Well, yeah, because after that, I actually took her to the pediatrician, and I had her tested to see if anything happened, like during that time, and she got tested, and it came back negative.
Okay.
So
So after your mother told you that David was trying to sneak into Victoria's room,
yes,
that's when you took her to the pediatrician?
yes, and my mom came with me at
Okay.
that time.
Okay.
And Matthew too? Sorry.
No, not Matthew. Not
You never-
Matthew.
You never took him to get tested?
No, he was with his father.
Okay. Was there any time that Matthew was alone with David?
No, not really.
Okay. That's why you were concerned about just your daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mainly because she was pretty, you know, and it's like, no.
Okay. So you sounds like you even got more protective.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what the pediatrician, what you guys told her about? Did your mom talk to her? Or?
Well, my mom is the one that actually brought it up because I would have gotten like mad. Because once I start getting mad, my legs start shaking and my hands start to get sweaty.
Yeah.
And I was like, you tell them. And then the pediatrician also asked me questions.
Okay.
And yeah, I told her that, yeah, I'm going to go with what she's telling me because I've never seen it, but I'm going to believe my daughter.
Right.
And that's when she actually tested her, and she said, no, she's not punctured or anything like
Did
that.
they do an exam on her?
Yes,
Okay.
they did a full exam, and they explained to her everything that she was doing, so she don't like.
She wasn't
tense up.
nervous.
Yes.
Okay. Did Victoria, I know it's a tough question, I'm sorry, did Victoria ever tell you that David did anything?
No, she wouldn't, and I don't know why. I'm guessing maybe it's because she thought that I would yell at her or if she would be in trouble. So I think she found more comfort in talking to my mom.
Okay. Did your mom ever tell you, give you details of what David could have done to
No.
Victoria? Just that he was trying to sneak into the room?
Yes,
Okay.
and that's all I knew.
Do you think that your mom maybe knew more and she didn't want to tell you?
Usually my mom tells me everything, but I don't know.
Okay, just don't
I
know.
don't know, because me and my mom are really close,
Okay.
so it's like,
So Victoria never disclosed to you?
no.
Okay, but she sounds like a really strong girl.
She was.
Okay,
She was.
okay. Okay. So is Fabian moved in at that point? Or is he just still visiting apartment 808?
Well, at that point, he was still visiting, but then I got tired of driving him back and forth, back and forth, back
I
and
was
forth.
going to ask you, how did he get around?
Because I was driving him, and
Which car did you have at that time?
the Buick
Okay,
Century,
okay,
and I got tired driving back and forth from the South Valley back to West Side,
okay.
and plus the gas was killing me.
Where was Fabian staying at that time?
He was just going from house to house, but he went to that girl's house, and then he went to his brother's house, and then he went back to that girl's house, and I was just like, I'm tired of doing this. I was like, I'm tired of it.
Okay.
I'm like, it's giving me gas. He was like, but I'm giving you gas. I was like, I don't care. I was like, I'm getting tired of driving back and forth.
Where were you working then?
Then I just started Smith's.
Okay.
Which one?
I was in Walgreens.
Which Walgreens?
Walgreens, the one off of Allison and McMahon and Unser.
Okay.
I was working there in Walgreens.
What shift did you have there?
I had the 8 to 4:30, and I was the photo specialist. I was the lead photo specialist.
Okay.
So I was basically in charge of developing the photos and like making enlargements, sending them out, developing the rolled film
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So I was like the main person that did like the inventory and basically what a supervisor does.
Okay.
And I did the ordering. So
Did you enjoy that?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Some of the pictures I saw weren't very nice.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even want to ask.
I kind of
I
do,
don't
but
wanna
maybe
ask.
we
No.
won't.
That's a
a
totally
whole
separate
separate interview.
conversation. Yeah.
But then most of the pictures were like of parents with their kids like for Halloween, and I was like, oh look how cute. And it was most of the pictures I would send out because I would have to crop them, like to make
Mhm.
sure that it prints right, like it's not cut off, and so I would have to look at the pictures no matter what
Yeah.
they were.
Uh-oh. That sounds real like there's a lot there.
But other than that, I loved it. I loved it.
Were you still working there when you went to Smith's, or did you have a
No,
job?
I quit there because Smith had the better benefits and they were unionized.
Yes.
So and they were willing to give me a better schedule,
Okay.
and I was working my way up to there. But since I was on probation, I was at the bottom of the totem pole.
Okay.
So I was working 1 to 9:30,
Okay.
and I was on there until my probation was over, and I was working my way up, and eventually I'd go to mid shift, and then I'd do some mornings because they wanted to see how I worked with the flow of customers and everything. So
What'd you do at Smith's?
I worked in the deli.
Okay.
I
Did you
got
like that?
fat. Yes, I got gained weight from eating.
Yeah, I couldn't work at a place like that. I
Yeah, but I would make the sandwiches. I would cut the cold cuts, make the salads, and I liked it.
Okay. Did you have like customer service when they come and say, I want a pound of?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So a
And
lot.
most of the customers got to know me very well, and I knew them very well. And it's like they didn't even have to tell me what it was, and I was just like, "You want a half a pound of salami?" And they were like, "Yes."
You know their order. Which Smith was it?
The one right there off of Golf Course and McMahon.
Oh, the fancy one.
Yeah, the one that was
Yeah.
right behind the Arroyo. Yep.
Yeah, the fancy.
And at the time, it was kind of new still.
So it's like being back in a deli in New York and you're working there?
Yes, I love that they had boar's head.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
That was like the best meat.
Okay. Did you enjoy that job too?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And that one had benefits for the whole family or just?
For now, I just did it for myself
Okay.
because Victoria and Matthew, they were on Medicaid,
Okay.
and I just put the benefits for me
Okay.
for now. And then I was still on my probationary period.
That sounds like a good job.
Yeah, it was.
Long term
I liked it.
type job.
Yes, and I was planning to like move up in the company,
Okay.
and
And it's union, so once you get off your probationary,
yes,
that's a good job to have.
yes, it is.
Wow, it's a very smart move, I think.
Yes,
To go
and
there.
I only got in there because my mom's neighbor, Rhonda, her daughter's boyfriend at the time, his dad is the CEO of the company.
Oh,
So that's how I got in there. So I got
always
like a
good
little
to know
push.
somebody. It's
Always
always
have
good
to
to know
gag.
somebody.
Need a gag.
Always good to know somebody.
Yes. So
How
yeah.
long had you been working at Smith's when you met Fabian? Or were you at Walgreens when you met Fabian, or were you at Smith's?
I had just started Smith's.
Okay,
I had just started Smith's.
okay. So you're working 1 to 9:30. Was it a regular schedule, like 5 days a week and 2
Yes.
days off, or did they
Well,
just kind of just put you all over?
It was mainly 1 to 9:30, but my days off vary. Sometimes I have 3 days off, sometimes I have 2 days off.
Okay.
And because of the hours that they had allotted for the deli department, they had to split it between all the employees. So some people would have 3 days off or 4 days off. Some people would have 2 days off. And
But it sounds like pretty much a full-time job.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
Who was watching the kids after school? If it's 1 to 9.
My mom,
Okay.
my mom,
How would she watch them? Where would she watch them in?
at her house.
Okay.
She would pick them up from the bus stop and then take them to her house.
Okay. And then how would you go get them or?
I would either go get them or she would come to my house and bring them to me.
Okay. Where were they living at that time?
Ventana Ranch.
Okay, so not far.
No,
I made it
they
real
were
easy.
7 minutes from me.
I made it easy.
Yes, it did.
Oh,
Send
so I
me
see
on
what you're
daycare.
saying. Now you're driving all over picking up Fabian, kind of messed the whole schedule up and you're all over town? Okay.
Yes.
Now I understand.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
Okay, so at what point you're finally tired of driving around and picking him up? Walk me through how that happens. How do you guys make a decision for him to move in?
I asked him if he wanted to stay here. At first, he was hesitant. And I was like, look, because if I take you back over there, I'm not driving back over there to come pick you up. Either you find a ride over here or we don't see each other because I'm tired of driving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he was like, okay. He's like, I'll stay. So he stayed.
Okay. How's the relationship going at that time?
It's going okay.
Going okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as I know. No.
Has it turned into a sexual relationship yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's progressing.
Yes.
Okay. And when you say you thought it was okay, what do you mean? You kind of smiled at me.
No, because like after the fact that I compared now to then,
Okay.
that's why I made that comment.
Okay. One of those if I'd have known then, would I
Yes.
know now kind of
Yes.
things. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But then it was good.
Okay. So it seemed like it was progressing
Yes.
pretty good for you guys.
Yes.
Okay. So walk me through walk me just through a general day. So if a work day, you go to work at 1. So just walk me through, it's a regular school day.
Mhm.
Just walk me through what goes on in a regular school day. This is after Fabian's moved in.
Okay, so I would take Victoria and Matthew to the bus stop
Okay.
at 8:30.
Where was the bus stop?
It was at the second entrance of the Royal Village in the back entrance.
So if you're driving like up
So if
west on Irving.
Yeah, if you're driving up Irving towards Ventana
Oh,
Ranch, it's
right.
the second entrance.
Okay. So
Not
not
the
not
first
the
one.
main one with
No,
the offices.
it's the
but
second one,
next
yeah.
Okay.
That's
So the bus
what-
gets the kids there at 8:30.
Yes, 8:30, 8:40,
Something like
around
that.
there.
Would you normally just drop them off or just stay there till the bus came?
I stayed until the bus came.
Okay.
To make sure that they get on the bus.
Yeah.
Were there
And so
oh I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Were there a lot of other little kids?
Yes, and that's the main reason why I stayed there, to make sure that my kids didn't get into trouble or anybody was picking on Matthew or
Matthew.
Victoria or anybody, so I would always stay there until they got on the bus.
Mother hen.
Huh?
Mother
Yes,
hen?
yes,
Well, that's good
yes,
though.
yes,
That's good.
yes.
Okay. So after they get on the bus, what would happen? What would normally happen just on a normal day?
I would go back to the house and I would just stay there, watch TV sometimes, and sometimes we would go out and go to Fabian's uncle's house while the kids are at school, and because I really don't like taking Victoria and Matthew over there because it's a bad neighborhood
Okay.
area,
Yeah.
so
And uncle, who's uncle?
Fabian's uncle.
Okay. Do you remember what his name was?
I think one of them is David, David, he called him David.
Okay. Uncle
So-
David.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he would go there because he wanted to get weed, because he smoked weed.
Okay. Who did?
Fabian.
Oh, Fabian's
Fabian
mom.
did.
Okay.
Yes, not me.
Okay.
So I knew he did that, and I was like, as long as I don't see it, I don't smell it, I don't care.
Okay.
I was like, but you go outside. I was like, I don't want you smoking it in my house. I was
Okay.
like, you go out on the balcony in the back,
Okay.
or in the front, or do it, whatever. And he was like, okay. And that would just be like a basic thing until the kids got out of school. And then when the kids got out, I would it was basically just like mainly me and the kids. I would take them to the swimming pool, mainly because this summer they like to swim and the water drains them out and gets them tired. So it'll be easier to put them to bed.
Yeah. So if you're working, what would? So if you go to work at, I'm sorry, it was 1 to 9:30.
Yes.
Okay. What time would you normally start getting ready to go to work?
I would get ready about 12, 12:30,
Okay.
depending on if I was going to shower like before I go to work.
Okay.
And if I showered, it would be like 12. If I don't, it'd be 12, 12:30. And I would get ready for work. I would take, either my mom would already be at the house, like to see me off, like because if the kids had a half day of school, because on Wednesdays they get off early.
Oh, okay.
And but sometimes if I'm taking my Victoria or the kids to my mom's house, I would leave a little earlier. So I would get ready at like 11, leave my house by 11:30, and take the kids to her house, and then from there go to work.
Okay. Did it change when Fabian moved in? Did that schedule kind of change at all?
Not much.
Okay.
Not much.
Was there ever times you went to work and the kids would stay with Fabian?
No.
Okay. They're always at school by that
Yes.
time? By the time Fabian moved in, had school started? Do you recall?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, not right away. It didn't.
Okay.
There was still like a month to go.
Okay. Was there any time that, I know I just asked you, was there any time that you would go off to work or be where Fabian would drive the kids around or anything like that by himself?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're always with him with the kids?
Yes.
Okay.
How did he, when you went to work and he was there, did he have like keys to your house, or how was he? how'd you guys
I
get
made a
around?
duplicate key for him, which I shouldn't have, but
Okay.
but yeah, I made a duplicate key for him so he can go.
He could come and go.
Yes.
Okay. Did he when he moved in and you would go to work, would you just drive over there and keep your car, or what would you do during the day?
No, I would let him drive my car,
Okay.
which I did hide the fact from my dad too.
Oh, Dad wouldn't like that, huh?
No, because my dad bought me the car for graduating from college with honors.
Okay.
So he bought me the car.
That was your car?
Yes, that was my
Okay.
car. No payments, just insurance, and that's it.
Wow. Tell me about college. Where'd you go?
Brookline,
Okay. What kind of
medical billing and coding.
okay.
And I graduated with honors with a 3.9 GPA.
Wow, well, good for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Me personally, I didn't think I was that smart. But I guess I am. I'm more book smart than I am street smart.
We all surprise ourselves sometimes, don't we?
Yes.
Okay. Did you plan to head into that type of line of work eventually?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And once I graduated, I was trying to look for a job like in that area, but they either wanted a certified medical biller, or they wanted 5 years plus experience, 2+ years experience. I didn't have the experience, so nobody wanted to hire me.
It's competitive, yeah.
Yeah. How do you get hired do you need experience to get hired, but you can't get experience because someone will hire you?
Exactly, and I told them that on one interview that I went with at Presbyterian, because I've been trying to get into Presbyterian Hospital for like a long time.
Right.
Like after I had my daughter, I've been trying to get into there, and they just wouldn't call me for interview. So I went to one of the job fairs that they had at the new Rest Medical. And they're like, "Well, sorry, but you don't have the experience." I'm like, "Well, how do you guys expect me to get the experience if you guys don't hire me?" I was like, "I'm out of college. Here's my certificate." And they were like, "We're sorry, we need somebody with experience." And I was like, "Oh."
They couldn't answer that question.
No,
It's like,
they couldn't. They couldn't. I was like, "Well, it's your loss, not mine." So,
Yeah.
because when it comes to work, I'm a good worker. I'm reliable. I'm dependable. I'm good at my work. I work at a decent speed, so that way I know what I'm doing and I don't mess up. And if I do, I learn from my mistakes. You know.
Okay, good. So when you're at work, now Fabian's moved in,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to work, the kids are at school, and Fabian would borrow the car. How would you normally get to work? Walk me through, so it's 12:30, kids are at school, and you're at work day, and correct me if I'm wrong, but is Fabian working at that time?
Not that I know of.
Okay,
Not
so
that
what
I-
would it, so it's 12:30, it's a normal day like that.
Mm-hmm.
Walk me through how that would go, a normal day like that. So you're working 1 to 9:30?
Yes.
Okay, Fabian's not working, so
No.
okay. Walk
So
me through that, please.
Excuse me. He would take me to work, and then he would take the car.
Okay.
So I don't know where he would go after that, but all I know is he had the car.
Okay,
And I would call him on my break. Sometimes he wouldn't answer the phone, and sometimes when he did, I could barely hear him because like the window with the music was up too loud, and the window was open, and the wind was going. But I don't know where he went with it. I was like, just be back here at 9:30 to pick me up.
okay,
And there were a few times where he didn't come. Like the first time I lent him my car, he had my house keys too. And at this time I didn't have the duplicate key. And this is what made me get the duplicate key, is because when I got home, I locked myself out, and he wasn't at my house at 9:30. And I called him, I was like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I need to get in my house. I'm sitting out here with my daughter. Where are you?" I was like, "I need to get in my house." And he's like, I'll be there. He's like, wait. I waited. No Fabian. So I had to put my daughter through the bathroom window. Thank God that was open. So I put her through the bathroom window, and she came and opened the door for me. And he came strolling in the next morning. I said, "Where the heck were you?" And he was like, "That's none of your business." And I was like, "Okay, want to be that way?" I was like, I'm gonna make a duplicate key, so I made the duplicate, gave him the duplicate, and I kept the original.
Okay.
And me being the nice person I am, still let him use my car, and Smith's wasn't that far, so I would walk home sometimes.
So there's times he wouldn't pick you up and you have to walk home?
Yeah, at night. But thank God one of the guys that I worked with at Smith's lived in the same apartments as I do, so he would walk with me.
Okay.
So, and he was just a friend.
Okay.
So
Did you, the duplicate key you gave him, did you put it on a key ring or what did he do?
I think I put on one of those little springy things
The springy
that wear
thing?
around your wrist.
Do you remember what color it was?
I don't remember.
Don't remember?
I don't.
Okay, I may show you a photograph here in a little bit, see if
Okay.
that refreshes your memory.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so as that's going on, and kind of walk me through, we're heading toward, you want to take a couple minutes?
Please.
Okay, we've been going for a little bit. Want to take a 5-minute break or so, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I figured, make sure you tell me if you need to take a break. Okay,
Okay.
it is 9:32, we're gonna go ahead and take a break for a few minutes. Okay, I'm on, Bryce?
You say.
Okay, again, it is Saturday, November 11th, 2017. The time now is approximately 9:43 a.m. The same folks are in the room, and we're gonna go back and continue our conversation with Michele, okay?
Yes.
You doing okay?
Yes.
Okay. And like I said, if you need to use the restroom, please don't. I can be like a camel sometimes, and I kind of forget times. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, let me know.
Okay.
Okay? And if you need to take a break, and like I said, we got plenty of tissue here, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We doing all right?
Yes.
Okay. Earlier we were talking about when Fabian moved in, he's not showing up when he should be, and you had to give him a key, and you put it on a key ring for him. I'm going to show you a photograph. I'm going to mark this in red here in the bottom. I'm going to make it photograph number 1. Let Mr. Mitchell take a look at it. Can you take a look and see if you recognize anything in that photo? If you recognize anything in that photo, could you tell me what you recognize and where you recognize it from?
I recognize the stringy thing. I don't recognize this.
The kind of the hook?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And the key. That's about it.
Okay.
I don't recognize those 2 cards.
The 2 cards and the little, what's that called? The clip hook or something like that? I got it. What it's called. Okay. The squishy wrist band thing?
Yeah, the springy thing, yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that may be the one that you gave to Fabian with the key on it?
It looks similar,
Okay.
but
Similar?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Not sure.
And
Perfect.
what about the key?
Yeah, the key looks similar.
Looks similar?
Yes.
That's the
Okay.
same kind you got duplicated?
Yes.
Okay. But the hook, we're looking at right here, the hook and both the little cards attached to the ring, you don't recognize those at all?
No.
Okay.
No, because I don't remember the key having those things on there. I remember only giving him the key with the springy thing on it.
Okay. Okay. And that's similar. We're not sure that's it.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So let's go. Things are kind of just rolling along. Fabian's showing up sometimes at 9:30 and sometimes he's not. Do you ever confront him why he's not showing up like he...
I would ask him, but he wouldn't answer me.
Okay.
And he wouldn't say, that was the only time he said none of your business, like the first time. So I let it slide, but when I would confront him, he wouldn't really say anything. He would just mainly keep quiet.
Okay. How long total do you, how many days and weeks, and I know it's been a while, how long, give me an estimate, how long you think Fabian's living there?
I would say it's going on about maybe a month and a half.
Okay. So not a very long time.
No.
Okay. How soon is it after he moves in, does he not come get you at 9:30 at Smith's?
That was about like the first week or second week that he was with me.
Okay. Okay.
And then I let it slide because then after that he'd come for me unless I would tell him, like, if he would forget, which he didn't after that one time.
Okay.
Because I told him, I was like, if you forget to pick me up and you take my car elsewhere, I'm gonna call cops and call for...
So you laid the law down.
Yes.
Good for you.
And I told him, and
Okay. Was he better?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it got better.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
He was there before 9:30.
Okay. I'm going to show, I've got here, and this helps me. I'm a visual person. I've always been told that. I like to, this is going to be a calendar, and it's just an August 2016 calendar. And we're going to start talking about some days, And sometimes it helps me when we work through some stuff. And I'm gonna say, if I get too close in your heart, okay, let me
No,
know.
you're fine,
Okay?
you're fine.
And there's a lot of records and a lot of interviews we've done, and I'm sure that your attorney and your investigator have talked about this. But we know certain things have happened. There's a barbecue. We know what days you're working and things like that. So I don't want to tell you this is your statement, but I'm going to point out certain things to help refreshers. We're going to work on a timeline, if that makes sense.
Okay.
We're going to kind of move into that, okay?
Okay.
So, do you remember, we're going to start the week of August 15th, right here.
Okay.
Do you know, and I know I'm asking a tough question, if you ask me my work schedule for August 15th of last year,
Oh my God.
I'm going to laugh at you. So, if you don't know, do you remember the week of August 15th? Do you remember the days you were working?
Not the exact days, no, but I know it was 1 to 9:30.
Okay. There's a calendar that we find in the living room of your apartment. And it's got some marks, like X's across the days, and then you'll see 1 to 9:30. Do you know who would have prepared that calendar?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I would put the times I would work, the days I would work, so
Okay.
that way I don't forget.
Perfect. So we've got a picture of that, so we know your schedule at that time.
Okay.
But do you remember, let's go to Friday the 19th. Okay, and we know, and again, this is all the records are out there. We know, do you remember the barbecue?
Yes.
Okay, that stands out in everybody's mind, as far as I can remember.
Yes.
Did you go to that barbecue?
No, I did not.
Okay. Do you remember when that barbecue was?
I don't remember exactly when,
Okay.
but I know it was on a weekend.
On a
I just
weekend.
don't know when it
Okay.
was. Because Fabian was going to go over there, but Jessica wound up going, and then Fabian wound up taking my car because I was working, and he went over there, and then he came back, and he told me he had gotten into a fight and came back with a black eye.
Okay. And that was my question. The day of the barbecue, you were working?
Yes.
Okay. And so let's just kind of walk through the barbecue.
Okay.
Does Fabian tell you about this barbecue, or how does it come up about the barbecue?
Jessica brought it up.
Okay. So I'm getting way ahead of me. By the time this barbecue happens, Jessica is hanging out with you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me back up, and I apologize. This
That's
is my fault.
okay. No, you're okay.
This is my fault. Let's walk me through and help me understand how you first meet or hear about Jessica Kelley.
Well, Fabian showed me a picture of her on his phone that he had before the one that I got him.
Okay.
And he said that she's getting out of prison. I don't remember which day it was. And it was my fault because I didn't ask him for what. She was getting out of prison.
Okay.
And he told me, he asked me, he was like, can she come stay with us for a little bit until she gets on her feet? So me, the nice person I am, say, sure, why not?
Okay.
So I gave her a place to stay instead of her being out on the streets, because I don't like seeing anybody on the streets. And because I know it's tough, because I was once homeless, and it's horrible. And I was like, sure. And they were like, we'll help you out with food and everything. And so I was like, okay. I was like, that sounds like a deal. And by then, like, she's been with us for about, I would say maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks already. And then she mentioned the barbecue to Fabian.
Okay. So that's the first time you hear about the barbecue?
Yes.
So Jessica and Fabian are talking about it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what the purpose of the barbecue was, or?
No.
Okay.
Jessica did ask Fabian to go, but he said no because he don't get along with people over there.
Okay. Okay.
So he didn't mention specific people, but
Okay. So is there a time that Jessica moves property in or starts staying at your apartment?
yes.
Okay. How long before the barbecue, if you remember, did that happen?
I would say about maybe a week before
Okay.
the barbecue.
Just a short period of time.
Yes.
Okay. Was Jessica bringing anybody to the apartment before the barbecue?
The only people I know she brought was her kids.
Okay.
Her daughter and her son, or both daughters.
Okay.
And,
How old were the kids?
they were older.
Okay.
I don't know exactly the age.
Okay. Like in 20s or teens or?
Probably about the teens, early 20s maybe.
Okay, so they're younger but not grown adults.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you remember what went on when she brought the kids over?
We were all having a good time because I had my kids with me, Victoria, Matthew, her kids. We were all getting along really good. We were making jokes. We were playing games, and We were just on the back balcony chilling out, smoking cigarettes, and
Okay.
we were all having a good time.
Okay.
What time of day did they come over?
They were there when, when I got out of work one time, because I was working an early shift one time, and they were there already, like when I got out of work.
Everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Did they ever stay the night, the kids?
Just that one night.
Just one night?
Just that one night, because then the next day they were going to the barbecue with Jessica.
Okay, so it's right around the time of the barbecue.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And you said Jessica was there just a few days before the kids stayed the night?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So walk me through, obviously you're working the day of the barbecue, okay? Do you remember what hours you were working that day?
Oh, I don't know if it was 12 to 8 or 1 to 9:30.
Okay, so it's probably that semi-swing shift?
Yeah, I know it wasn't the morning, but
Okay.
it was somewhere between 12 and 9:30.
Okay. And how did you know that Fabian ended up at the barbecue, other than when he came back? And
That's the only way I know, because he went there and then he came back and he told me, he lifted up his glasses and showed me the black eye. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? And he said, I got into a fight, and I was like, I told you not to go. And he's
okay,
like, you said you weren't going to go because you didn't get along with people. And I asked, why did you go? And he didn't give me an answer.
okay,
So he wasn't very good at giving me answers.
okay. Did he, besides the black eye, do you have any other injuries that you saw?
Not that I saw.
Okay. Did he tell you what happened? Other than he got into a fight or
He
what
probably
was over?
did. He probably did, but I don't remember the exact thing. And he said that Jessica tried to stop him or something like that. And I don't know exactly what happened. But
Okay. Did Jessica come back with him?
no,
Okay. Do you know what happened to Jessica?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Does she end up coming back to the apartment after the barbecue?
I don't remember. I
Okay.
don't remember. I don't know if she got a ride there or she went somewhere else and then came the next morning. I don't remember.
Okay, so that night of the barbecue, she doesn't come back
No,
to the apartment?
Not that
Okay.
I know of.
But you just don't remember how she
I
gets
don't
back?
remember, yes.
Okay. Okay. I've got some, this over here for you. Move into, do you know that we've collected a lot of Facebook account records, cell phone records and things like that? So we have some dates and times
Okay.
that things go on.
Okay.
The night that Fabian comes home with the black eye and beat up from the barbecue, walk me through that night. What goes on? What does he talk about? What does he do? And what do you do that night?
He was just telling me about that he got into a fight when he went to the barbecue. He didn't go into like detail. He just said that he got mixed up with the people that he didn't like, and they wound up punching him, and he got a black eye. And when he went to go leave the barbecue, because he had my car, he went to go leave the barbecue. They were throwing stuff at my car, and he sped off and came home.
Okay.
So that's how I know he came back by himself.
Okay. Did he come get you at Smith's, or did you have to walk home that? Do you remember?
No, he came to get me.
Okay. So
Okay.
he's, by the time you get off at either 8 or 9:30, whenever it is, he's back over
Yes,
there. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Did that night, did Victoria Matthew stay with you guys?
No, they were at my mom's house.
Okay.
So I went after work. I dropped Fabian off at the house, and then I went to go get the kids around 9:45, around there.
Okay.
I picked them up and then took them back to the house.
Okay. Does any of the kids talk to Fabian that you recall?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
Victoria does, but not much.
Okay.
But she'll just like say, "How are you?" and this and that. But
Okay,
other than
nothing
that,
specific you
nothing-
recall?
No.
Okay. So now we're going into the following day. And I can tell you from records, to help you refresh your memory, the barbecue is going to be on this Sunday.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're going from Sunday night into Monday the 22nd of August of last year. Do you recall if you were working that day?
I was.
Okay. Do you remember what shift you had?
I believe it was 1 to 9:30.
Okay. So walk me through that morning. That's the 22nd, is Monday. So obviously both the kids are there.
Well, they started school.
Okay.
They had started school already.
Okay. So walk me through as best you can remember what that day was like before you went to work at 1.
So I would take the kids to the bus stop.
Okay.
I put them on the bus, and I went back to the apartment, and Fabian was there and Jessica were there. They were still sleeping
Okay.
because I guess they went to bed late because I went to bed before they did.
Okay.
And
Now, you remember this because he just told me a second ago that Jessica didn't come back with him that night. You don't remember her that night.
no, the 22nd.
The 22nd, that
Yes.
morning, she's back then?
Yes.
Oh, do you know how she gets back to the apartment? Okay, she's just there.
Yes.
Okay. Walk me through the kind of sleeping arrangements. Where would, when Matthew's there, he's obviously in his room, and Victoria has her room, and then you had the master bedroom.
Yes.
Where would, by now Fabian's moved in, where would he normally sleep?
With me.
With you in the master bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. When Jessica comes into the picture, where would she normally sleep?
If Matthew was there, she would sleep on the couch.
Okay.
If he wasn't there, she would sleep in his room.
Okay. Okay. Would she sleep on the couch? What would she do to the couch? You know what I'm asking? Would she,
as
some
far as I know,
people...
just put a blanket
Okay.
over her and sleep on the couch like that. And
Okay,
just put
so
a blanket over
Is
her.
it the kind of walk me through, is it a kind like the fold-out couch that makes a bed?
No.
What do they call those, the pull-out beds?
No,
Okay.
no. It was a native design. It had leather on the arms and then the native design on the
Okay.
back. My parents had given me the couch because
Okay.
they were going to get one that reclines on both sides. So they wound up giving me the old couch, and they got the new one.
Okay. Let me show you a photograph. I'll mark this one number 2. Bear with me just a second. Let me put a 2 down here in the right lower corner. It's hard to see. I'm going to put it right here. That's fine. Do you recognize that location, and kind of walk me through what you're seeing?
This is the living room, and the TV's on this side, and the couch is there, and that's the coffee table, and then the bedrooms are back of it.
Okay. Is this a living room in your apartment?
Yes.
Okay. There's a bunch of photographs and stuff up here.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's my daughter and my son.
Okay. And who made that collage?
Bye bye baby.
Okay.
Where'd you take the pictures of?
Bye bye baby.
They
Because I
have
got
it,
a
yes.
discount. They have a photograph place inside the store.
Okay.
So I got a discount since I worked there. So
Okay.
I got a whole package and everything, and then I got that for free.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
well,
nice. That's. I'm going to show you another photograph. I'm going to mark this one number 3. I'll put number 3 right up here in the right corner. Do you recognize number 3?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Tell me what you're seeing in number 3.
That's my TV with my
Okay.
TV stand and photos and the master bedroom.
Okay. What's in this collage I see above all the photographs?
My kids.
Okay. Tell me about that. How did you? It's a lot of work to make that.
It is.
Okay.
I put a lot of heart and soul into that.
That is.
And
That's a lot. That's nice.
I always said that I wanted to like make a collage of my kids, of the things I love, and I actually went to Walmart and bought this frame, and I wound up making that all by myself. Nobody helped me.
Did you do that when you first moved to this apartment in Building 8, or
No, I don't remember exactly when I did it, but I know I've had it for a while.
how did you decorate the apartment? Did your mom help you? Like you said, she gave you the
Sometimes
couch.
she would, but majority of the time I did it.
You did it?
Yeah, because I like my things in certain
Like
places.
really put together? Yeah.
Yeah, like see, one time my best friend Tina came over my house, and I had my stuff exactly the way I wanted it. And she came and she started moving stuff. I'm like, no,
Right?
I was like, I want those there.
It's where I wanted it.
But for the most part, I'm the one that furnished, well, not furnished, but decorated my
Decorated?
apartment. Yes.
Yeah.
Did your mom give you other furniture and stuff, or help you buy it, or?
She gave me the dining room table and the chairs, and everything else was practically maybe given to me. And I bought the TV on myself.
Okay. Did a nice job decorating that apartment.
Thank you.
Looks nice.
I try my best to keep it clean too.
That's one thing I was going to ask you about. It's a very clean apartment. I'd be proud of that. So let me take you back to photograph number 2. Tell me what you see on the couch.
A blanket and a pillow.
Okay. When you're talking about Jessica when she sleep on the couch, is that representative of what you normally see, or would she? I've had guests at my house over the years where they want sheets on the thing, or do you know what I'm asking?
Yes.
Is that normally what you'd see with Jessica, or is that different?
No, that's the same because that's like even when my mom comes to sleep over and she sleeps on the couch, she would sleep like that.
Okay, so that's
I would
just
put
like
no sheets on the couch or anything. I would just leave it like that with the blanket over.
Okay, so that seems normal.
Yes.
Okay.
What blanket is that?
That's my son's blanket. His How to Train Your Dragon blanket
Where would that blanket normally be if he was there?
in his room.
Okay,
On
so
his
that's
bed.
on his bed.
Yes.
Do you recognize the pillow, the white pillow at all?
I believe that was her pillow. I'm not sure.
Okay. Did Jessica bring property? When she moved in, did she bring some of her things?
She was starting to bring in like some clothes and stuff. Like she bought like a big plastic bin
Okay.
of clothes, and she gave me some,
Okay.
and I gave her some of my clothes, because when she was there, she had an interview with Church's Chicken,
Okay.
like not too long after she was with me, and it was on a Monday, the interview. So I took her to the interview and I lent her one of my shirts. It was a plaid shirt. It was blue, pink, and another color. I don't
Okay.
remember what it was. And I told her that she can have that shirt because it didn't fit me anymore. So she
Okay.
could have it. And then she started giving me clothes. And
Can you tell me, do you remember what clothes you gave her besides the shirt?
I think that was the only thing I gave her. And then I lent her like some sleeping pants, like some Jordan sleeping pants.
Okay.
They were red with the white line going down, and they had the Jordan symbol on the shoes.
Okay. You mean like underwear or things like that?
Oh, no.
Nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just like...
I'm just asking.
No, it's okay.
I understand.
How did you guys get along? So she moves in, it's this lady. What was she like?
She seemed like a normal person. We were getting along, all of us, and we were talking, we were laughing, and everything seemed normal.
Okay. Okay. And you said that she gave you some clothing? What'd she give you?
She gave me a couple pair of shorts and a shirt, like a couple of shirt dresses, whatever they were.
Okay.
But that they didn't fit her, so she gave them to me and asked me if I wanted them.
Okay. All
Because
right.
I know we were different in size a little bit, so.
Yeah. So just besides the plastic bins, did you see her bring anything else, luggage or normal stuff when people come? Anything like that? Do you recall now?
No, I
Okay.
only remember seeing the plastic bin
Where would Jessica keep those bins?
in Matthew's closet.
Okay. Okay.
And she had some clothes hanging up in there, because one time I went into Matthew's room to bring him a change of clothes to bring to school because he had soiled himself.
Okay.
So I went to go get him some clothes, and I saw that she had some of her clothes hung up in his closet on the hangers, the empty hangers that I had in there.
Okay. Remember what type of clothes were hanging up? Do you recall? at all?
Like maybe shirts and
Okay.
pants.
Just things like that.
Yes.
Okay. Did she bring anything else? Bedding, or when she would sleep in Matthew's bed when he wasn't there?
Not that I could recall.
So
Not that I
she's
saw.
using your bedding when you're
Yes.
sleeping. So
Yes.
the towels, the blankets, the bedding, when she's going back and forth from
Yes.
living room to Matthew's bedroom, is all things that you provided that were already there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
And she wasn't going to be there for that long, so that's why I told her don't bring no bedding, because you're not going to be here for long. It's only temporary.
Okay.
So
How long do you think? Did you guys have an arrangement on how long she was going to stay or anything like that?
no,
Okay.
no. Like maybe towards the end, I told Fabian, because that's when I started seeing like her behavior and stuff like that. So I was like, she's got to go. I was like, I can't take this. I was like, I'm stressed enough with my son's father. I was like, I don't need her stressing us even more.
Okay. What did Fabian? How did Fabian respond?
He's like, okay, I'll tell her to go. I'll tell her to go.
Okay. So it was, if I'm understanding correctly, it was once things began to change, it was understood between you and Fabian that Jessica was going to have to go.
Yes, because he was starting to get frustrated with her too.
Tell me about that.
And he was just like tired of like her lies and stuff, and she would just like be manipulative to him. And
Tell me what you saw, what you heard.
I really didn't hear that much. I can just go based off of what Fabian told me because when they were in my presence, they seemed fine.
Okay.
They seemed fine. But when I wasn't there, and then Fabian would tell me this, and he was like, well, she said that she wasn't going to be here for long, that she's going to be leaving, she's going to call for a ride in the morning. And I'm like, well, she better, because I can't take her here anymore.
Okay. As long as we're on the point, let's just tell me how she changed. You said she kind of started out, it was all normal.
Yes.
How long did it take before things began to change?
I would say maybe a day.
Okay. Do you associate anything that happened to make her begin to change? Do you know what I'm asking? Does
No,
that make sense?
I just saw it in like her behavior. She wasn't acting like the normal person she was when we were together. She would like start talking to herself, and like I would go out to the balcony, and she would go like into the front and talk privately with Fabian, so I wouldn't hear. And she would just like start doing her own little thing. And I come to notice they would buy me food for staying at my house. And I asked Fabian, I was like, how did she get the money for the food? I was like, Fabian said, well, she got her food stamps. I'm like, oh really? I was like, well, I need some food and I'm gonna use my food stamp card to go get it. I called my food stamp card and I only had $3.82 on it. So she was using my food stamps to buy her food.
How, walk me through that. How could that have happened?
She got a hold of my food stamp card somehow, because every night I leave my phone on the nightstand next to me.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if she came in there, and I don't know how she got a hold of my food stamp card, because I have one of those phone wallet things with the cards in there,
Yes.
and then the phone there. So my food stamp card was in there, my debit card was in there, and my Medicaid card, I believe, was in there.
Okay.
And I always keep it in there to have it with me at all times. And
On your food stamp card, does it require a PIN number?
yes,
How would she be able to use it without a PIN
I
number?
have no clue, because I never told her about my PIN number.
Did you ever tell anybody else?
No.
Okay.
Fabian's never used it. I'm the only one that used it.
But all of a sudden, after she shows up in the picture, you have a balance that's getting smaller?
Yes.
Did you talk to Fabian or Jessica about that?
I asked Jessica about it, and she was like, no, I've been using my own. I'm like, well, then where'd all my money go? Because I get like $400 a month. I said, where'd all the money go? And she was like, well, I use my own food stamp card to buy all this food.
Okay.
And
Did you
then
ever-
Fabian told me different.
What did Fabian tell you?
Fabian told me that she used my card. So right then and there, that's when I knew that Jessica was like, no. I was like, she's lying. She's out of my house.
Okay.
I was like, we need to have her go, because if she's going to start lying like that and stealing from me, no.
Okay. On any other credit cards or anything, did you see any charges that you didn't make? Do you know of any?
Not that I could recall. I haven't used my bank card for a while, as far as I know.
Okay. So your
I haven't-
EBT card from the state of New Mexico, that's the one you saw the balance. How do you check your balance?
I call the number that's on the back of the card, and they walk you through it. They said, enter your card number, so you enter that whole card number, and then once you do that, and then they tell you the balance on there and how much is left, how long it'll last, and when it'll refill. And
Okay.
so that's how I found out, because I constantly call that number
Okay.
just to see how much is on there.
Okay. So that's how you figured out that your balance was down to, what did you say, three?
382 around there, something like that, three something.
Okay. And there should have been how much in there?
400.
So a big, huge amount.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember when that was, when you started figuring out that your money was disappearing?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay. How soon before the incident do you think that happened?
Maybe about a week,
Okay.
week and a half, around there, somewhere.
Okay.
You said she was talking to herself. Did you see any other weird behaviors from her?
She was just like talking crazy, like she was watching the news, and like she was saying, Fabian, they're gonna come get me, and this and that, they want to kill me. I'm like, I asked Fabian, I was like, is she okay? And he was like, oh, just leave her, she'll get out of it. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then she just like kept pacing back and forth in my apartment, in the living room, just watching the TV and thinking that the TV's gonna come out and get her. And
She wasn't like that the whole time?
no.
Okay. So did that start suddenly or did it progress?
It started suddenly. I just knew it like she was fine the day before, and then like the next day.
Okay. And she was saying they were gonna?
Yeah. And I was like, what?
Did she ever say who they is or anything?
Mm-mm.
Did you ever hear her say any names of who they could be?
She did. She said her husband or something. I forgot his name. She said, I forgot his name. It's like right there at the tip of my tongue, but I forgot it. She said her husband is gonna get her or
Okay.
something.
Was it a nickname or like a full name?
I believe it was a nickname. I believe,
If I said it, would it refresh your memory?
probably.
Okay. Don't let me put words in your mouth.
I know.
Do you remember somebody called Sinner?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Okay. No,
I'm
you're right.
sorry.
That's fine. You're fine.
Yes,
You're fine.
yes.
Okay. So you heard Jessica talking about. You think it's her ex-husband?
Well, she said it was her husband.
Her husband.
She said my husband's gonna come get me, or they're gonna come get me and kill me if they know where I'm at. And I was just looking at her like, Fabian, what is she talking about? And he
Okay.
was like, no, don't worry, just let her go. She's just rambling on. I was like, okay.
Okay. How long does that behavior go on?
I would say for about a couple of days. It's like right before when she was supposed to leave my house.
Okay. Okay, but you don't know what starts that, and that wasn't the normal behavior you'd seen in the days before?
No, because the days before, like, she would put makeup on my daughter's face, and Jessica was asking my daughter what does she want for her birthday and stuff, because I was planning her birthday party and everything. And Victoria wanted Jessica and Fabian to go, and she's like, are you going to come to my birthday party? And Jessica's like, yeah, we'll be there, and like all normal, everything's all normal. And they were
It's
just having a
normal,
great time.
and now you've got this talking about the husband sinner,
Mhm.
they're coming to get me, she's pacing, and was it, don't let me put words in your mouth, was it kind of like two different people?
I would say like maybe two different personalities.
Okay, okay,
Because it's like she'll be normal one time and then it's just that night I was like, I've never seen her like that.
okay.
And it's like, even though I didn't know her that well, but I know, I was like, I have never seen that attitude or the way she's acting before.
Okay. Do you know, did Jessica ever bring anybody to your apartment?
As far as her kids, that's all I know about.
Just her kids?
Yeah.
Okay, nobody else?
Not that I know.
Okay. When Fabian got back from the barbecue
Mhm.
and picked you up, and then he took his glasses off, I think he told me you saw the black eye,
Mhm.
and then you go, if I remember correctly, you'll get Victoria and Matthew, you bring them home.
Yes.
And you said Victoria has some contact. Do you remember Victoria talking to him, Fabian, about his black eye?
Not about his black eye, no. I remember Fabian saying that he got a surprise for me and my daughter in the house. And I was like, really? I'm like, what surprise? And we went up there and he said that he bought a kitten for my daughter. So I was like, a kitten? I was like, that's extra rent. I was like, I don't have $20 extra to be paying for. He's like, well, I'll give you the $20. And I was like, well, how? When you're not working, as far as I know. He's like, I'll get it. And I was like, you sure? Because if I get caught with this rent, then I can't pay it. The cat's gone.
Okay.
But my daughter loved the cat, and she would like spend her whole time around it. And since it was light brown, dark brown, and white, my daughter named her Reese's. So, so she liked the cat, and at first I was upset, but then I got attached to it like
Okay.
so quick.
Okay.
So, but other than that,
Do you remember Victoria? We've talked to somebody that remembered Victoria maybe helped Fabian clean up his black eye and his cuts. Do you remember that? Anything
No,
like that?
I
After the
don't.
barbecue? Nothing like
No.
that? Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we've kind of moved into Jessica's acting strange, and she's talking about her husband named Sinner, and she's pacing back and forth. Is there anything else? Is she doing anything else in the apartment that you can remember?
no,
Okay,
just smoking cigarettes,
okay.
as far as I
And
know.
she's watching TV?
Yes,
Okay.
standing there watching TV, like standing there, and like I would see her like start going like this or like this.
So she's kind of rocking back and forth?
Yeah.
Is she, and again, don't let me put words in your mouth. Is she talking to TV? Is the TV talking back to her? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out.
She wasn't like talking to the TV. She was just telling Fabian like she's worried that they're gonna come out and get her. Like the TV's gonna come out and get her or something. And
Okay.
the news was on. And I don't know if she meant like if the news anchor was out to get her or, but she was just strange.
Okay. And you said it goes on for like 2 days?
Yes.
Okay. How's Jessica sleeping at this point? While you're there, I realize there's some work and some other stuff going on, but how is she sleeping at that point?
I'm not sure because when I was sleeping, I didn't know what was going on. I don't know if she was up or if she was sleeping, but I know when I got up the next morning, she was up before me, and I got up at 6:30
Okay.
because I started making cupcakes for my daughter.
Okay.
When you were at work, do you know what she would be doing those days when she was
No.
at your house?
No.
Did
Like
she?
her and Fabian were together with my car. I have no idea what they would do. I have no clue.
Did she have a key to the house too, like
No.
Fabian did?
Just Fabian.
Just Fabian.
As far as I know, unless he got another one duplicated, I don't know.
Okay. Do you ever remember occasion to where Jessica was stranded, and this is right around this time period, to where you and Fabian had to go pick her up at somebody's house?
Yes, she called Fabian asking to pick her up from this person's house, wherever she was. And I was like, no. I was like, you're mad at her anyway for the barbecue thing with the black eye. And he was like, I'm not gonna have her here. And then all of a sudden she's like at my house. So I'm guessing he went to go pick her up.
So you didn't go?
No.
Okay. I'm going to show you a picture of a man. I'll mark this number A to see if you recognize this man at all. Put number A here in the bottom right corner. Do you recognize that man at all?
That is David Hernandez.
That is David Hernandez?
No, it's not. It looked like him for a
Okay.
minute. No, that's somebody different.
Okay. So you don't recognize him?
No, I don't.
Okay. So I want to clarify. So when Jessica stranded at somebody's house, you do or do not go with Fabian to pick her up?
I did not.
Did not?
No.
Okay, but do you remember Fabian driving her back to the apartment?
Yes.
Okay. Describe what's going on when they get back to the apartment.
I was cleaning.
Okay.
I was cleaning like I normally do.
Okay.
And me and my daughter were just hanging out, and she was just playing with her toys, playing with her Kindle.
Okay. So nothing really out of the ordinary. How was Jessica acting when she returned?
She was acting pretty normal at that time.
Okay. Does it change after that?
Yes.
That's when it changes. After she's
During
stranded.
that night.
That night it changes.
Yes.
Okay.
Like that night when she came to my house. That
Okay.
night.
That's when it changes. After she's stranded, Fabian brings her back to the apartment. That's when the behavior begins to change?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I caught you
Oh, I
funny.
forgot.
No, I've said uh-huh.
Yes.
See, I've said uh-huh about 100 times. You didn't catch me.
No, I did.
So I caught you on the first time, didn't I?
Yes.
So, okay. And I see you just caught me again. So. Okay, so just to be clear, that's when, after she's stranded, Fabian picks her up. That's when the behavior seems to change that you remember. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Did Fabian tell you where he had to go to get Jessica?
No, and I didn't ask.
Okay. Did Jessica say about where she'd been or anything
No.
like that? Did Jessica bring anything with her after Fabian brought her back and her behavior changed?
I didn't see anything on her person except for a pack of Marlboros.
Pack of Marlboros. What type? Let's go through. Everyone pretty much smoked, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What was your normal brand that you would smoke?
Oh, I would alternate between Newport, Marlboro Smooths, 100s, Marlboro Smooths regular,
Okay.
but it's very rare that I smoke like regular Marlboro.
Okay.
But if that's all I had, that's all I would.
Okay. How about Fabian?
Fabian, he would Marlboro, regular Marlboro.
Okay. And how about Jessica? I know she's only there for a short period of time, but did you get a sense of what she'd like to smoke or she would smoke?
She always had Marlboro on her.
Okay. Okay.
And then I would sometimes smoke the Camel Crush too. The one
Okay.
where you can make it menthol or regular.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember an incident around this whole time period to where you either went out or you had a pack of cigarettes for Jessica and you brought them back to the apartment and she became upset with you because of the wrong pack?
Yes. Yes.
Walk me through that. Tell me when that was and kind of just walk me through what that was about and what happened.
I don't remember exactly when it was, but I know I did. She sent me out to go get a pack of cigarettes for her. She told me Marlboro.
Okay.
So I said, okay. So I went to the gas station that was up the street from me. It was a Giant, I believe. And I got the cigarettes and I brought them back and they were regular Marlboro. And then she started yelling at me and I was like, why are you yelling at me? I was like, I bought you your cigarettes. They're the wrong ones. Go back and get them. No, I'm not going back to get you anymore. You want to go, you go walk up there and you go get it.
Okay.
Because I'm not going back over there.
Okay.
And she's like, well, I'll just smoke these and I'll have to deal with it.
Okay.
I was like, yes.
Tell me when that conversation goes on, where were both of you?
In the living room.
Okay.
In the living room.
Okay.
We were standing up.
Do you remember, are any of the children there?
I believe Victoria was there.
Okay. How was Victoria acting?
She was acting pretty normal, and then she seemed to bring out like a lot of money on her person, my daughter.
Victoria had a lot of money?
Yes. I was like, where'd you get that? And she's Jessica. I was like, why'd she give that to you? I said, go give it back to her, and she gave it back to Jessica. And then Fabian took her into the bathroom and said something to her. And
Took who into the bathroom?
Victoria. and said something to her, and then she came back out.
And what happened when Victoria came back out of the bathroom?
He said not to say anything to me, and she didn't, of course, so I don't know what was said during that time. They weren't in there for long.
Okay. Do you know how much money we're talking about?
I think it was like $80.
Okay, in cash?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't that much, but for her, for a little girl
Yeah,
to
for a little
have,
girl.
yes.
No, for me, it's a lot of money.
Yes. And I only remember that because my daughter said, Mommy, here's $20 to go buy you cigarettes. I was like, Victoria, thank you, but I'm not gonna take it. I was like, go give it back.
Victoria was gonna
Yes.
get
'Cause
you.
yes. She was looking out for me. She
That's special.
Yes.
Okay. So that happens all around the whole time when there's the argument of the cigarettes with Jessica?
Yes.
At that time, had she started, her behavior started to change?
It started to.
Okay, so that's all around the time that she's stranded. Fabian brings her back. Behavior's changing. There's the argument, or her chastising you for getting the wrong brand.
Yes.
And then Victoria has this money, and Victoria says that she got the money from Jessica.
Yes.
Why would why would Jessica give Victoria that much
That's
money?
what I would like to know, and I never got a chance to ask Jessica. So,
Okay,
because she was mad with me in the beginning from the cigarettes, so it's like I just left her alone.
okay,
after
so it's
that.
all around this whole time period.
Yes.
Do you remember a time when just Fabian and Victoria went to a convenience store or a gas station?
Yes. He
Okay.
took it to the gas station so she can, like, to spend $5 to get her soda and candy. And then
Okay,
he came right back, and I timed it.
Okay.
Because I know how long it takes, so he went there and came right back.
okay. In relation to the cigarette pack, the money, and the kind of the discussion where Jessica's upset about the cigarette pack, when's that in relation to Victoria and Fabian going to the gas station? Do you don't understand what I'm asking?
No.
Is it right at the same time? Is it all together kind of thing, or is it separated?
Oh, it's all together. It was like one thing went into another.
Okay, so it's all the same kind of date and time, it's just flowing into each other?
Yes.
Okay. Did Jessica ever say where she got that amount of money?
No.
Did Fabian ever say where she got that kind of money?
No. And I never asked them.
Okay. Okay. Did you see any conversation between Fabian and Jessica about the money?
Not that I know of. Not
Okay.
in front of me, at least.
Okay. Do you know what happened to all the money?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay.
You said earlier that whenever Fabian would smoke marijuana, you'd make him go outside. What were the rules about smoking in your house, like even cigarettes?
No smoking allowed in my house whatsoever.
Okay, so where would
Outside on the
ever...
balcony or in the front porch.
Okay.
The front balcony or the back balcony.
Did you have like a ashtray or a...
I think it was like a plastic container with water in it or something, or maybe it was an ashtray or to dip the cigarettes in
Okay.
after you were done.
Would you keep that there permanently, or would you switch that out, or...
It was there for a while.
Okay. What about on the front porch when people went out there? Did you have anything out there?
I believe a neighbor of mine gave me a can.
Okay.
I can't remember. And I believe that was on the front porch, but that wasn't there for a while. I had just recently got that one there because we would mainly smoke in the back balcony.
What about in your car? Did you ever?
Not with my kids in the car, no.
Okay. But when there weren't kids in the car, would you smoke in the car?
I would.
Okay.
I
And
would.
where'd you put cigarettes then?
I throw them out.
Toss them out. We're not here about littering. So.
No, I think we're okay on that. I think we're
I
okay on that.
realized I just sit there in front of a cop.
That's one of the better things ever said in front of me, trust me. So we'll not worry about that a bit. Okay, so let's go back to the day. We're talking about a lot of stuff, and let me recap. And again, if I make a mistake, you jump on me right away, okay?
Yes.
Because I want to make sure I get this right. So it sounds to me like the same day that Victoria, I'm sorry, I apologize, that Jessica's stranded, Fabian goes and gets her, brings her home. Things begin to change after that, her behavior.
Yes.
Is that correct? Do you remember, is that a day that you go to work or that you're not working?
I believe I was off the next day.
The next day. So you
Yes.
work that day, but the next day you're off?
Yes.
Okay. The time when where Jessica's upset about the brand of cigarettes, there's the money that Victoria ends up with, and Fabian takes Victoria to get a soda and, was it candy?
Yeah,
Something like that?
something like
Okay,
that.
something like that. Why did you do that? Do you remember?
Because she wanted to spend her $5, and I told her she wasn't going to.
Okay.
So,
Was that a $5 for just a gift or?
yeah, Fabian had given it to her. I
Okay.
guess from the money that he had.
Okay.
The money I told her to give back.
Okay. So, and they end up at, we think, the Giant, and they come back. That's all right in the same, kind of flows in the same time period, but it has to be, if you're working that first day when she comes back, is the discussion about the brand of cigarettes, the gas station, the money and stuff, is that the following day? Do you know for sure?
I don't know for sure.
Okay. And in the progression of things, it's all pretty much flows that way.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now I can tell you, I'm sure you know from the discovery, the paperwork and all the videos and stuff. I can tell you on the 23rd, which is a Tuesday, a little after 6 p.m. is we have the video of Fabian and Victoria at the Giant gas station near your apartment.
Oh, wow.
So we know that that is the 23rd. I also know from your records that is your day off,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
So I think I can tell you from all the interviews we've done and everything, so I'm just trying to help you with the time frame.
Okay.
And do not let me influence you in any way, okay? And if I do that, you reach over and you slap me, all right?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm serious. Do not let me influence you in any way, okay?
Okay.
Just what you remember. If you don't remember, and you told me that several times, and that's a perfect answer.
Okay.
We know the barbecue's on the 21st.
Mhm.
The 22nd is a Monday. We know from your records you do work that day.
Mhm.
And the 23rd is the day that we know on video, a little after 6 p.m., that's when Fabian and Victoria go, and she does get the large soda and stuff. And we've talked to other people about the gift of money and things like that. Does that help recollect your memory?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we've kind of got it into the day of the 23rd. So this is going to get a little tough, and I understand that. If you want to take a break at any time, and if you want to stop, and this gets upsetting, we're going to take our time going through this, okay? This is the real important part we need to talk about, okay? Do you want to collect yourself for a couple minutes?
Please.
Okay. Why don't we do this? It's 10:29, and let's take a couple minute break, and because I don't want to get into stuff and shock you and have you real upset. So I want you to prepare for what we're going to get into, okay? So again, it's about 10:29. Let's go ahead and take a few minute break. Okay. Again, it is Saturday, November 11th, 2017. The time now is 10:43 a.m. We're back speaking with Michele Martens, and it's the same people in the room here. Michele, we're going to move into a difficult day. We're going to move into Tuesday, August 23rd. Okay? So what I want to do is we're going to work on like a timeline. We're going to walk through. So we're going to talk through when you got up all the way until the police were called. And this is going to go through nice and slow, and we'll take as much time as we want. Okay?
Tell us about that day, right? What?
Okay, so that day was her birthday.
Okay, which birthday?
10th birthday.
Okay, so how before we go there, what was she excited about?
She was just excited in general about bringing cupcakes to school because she was always into sharing.
Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, I don't know if I have the money to make the cupcakes, but I'll try to.
Okay.
So with the money that was left on my food stamp card, I went into Smith's and I bought the box of cake mix.
What flavor did she want?
Oh, I think it was vanilla or the
Okay.
funfetti one.
Ooh.
One of those. She likes all that colorful stuff.
Right.
And I told her, okay, I was like, well, we'll make the cupcakes and then you can take them to school and I'll let you ice them and everything. You can take them to school and bring my tray back.
Right.
And so she was all excited. We made them and then she was all excited to go to school and we made the cupcakes. We woke up that morning.
So when you woke up that morning, who was there in the apartment?
It was me. It was all of us. It was me, Jessica, and Fabian,
Okay.
and my daughter.
Was Matthew there that morning?
No, he was with his father.
Okay.
That was his day to be with his father. Is Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
So where was Jessica? Where did she sleep that night? Then was she?
That night was in Matthew's room.
So what time did you wake up?
Oh, I woke up at like 6:30.
Okay.
so that way I could do the cupcakes, make them, so that way by the time Victoria got up to go to school, she could ice the cakes and we'll put the
Make
aluminum
it-
foil.
Right.
Yep, put the toothpicks in there so
So it doesn't smush. Yeah.
Yes.
What time did she normally get up?
She normally gets up about 7:30.
Okay. So you did the baking,
Yes,
and then she did the decorating. kind
Yes.
of. Okay.
yes. And she was all excited. She was so happy.
Yeah.
And she got ready to go to school, so she got dressed, and I don't remember if I did her hair or not. I think I did because it was her birthday.
Did she have like a special outfit on, or was she dressing up? Or?
She had an outfit that my grandmother bought for her. It was like denim shorts with a blue, and it was blue, and then it had green polka dots on it, and it went over the shoulder like that, and that was her favorite outfit. So she wore that, and I did her hair and made her look all cute for school.
Mhm.
She went to school, and she went on the bus. I took her to the bus.
And so she has like a pan of cupcakes. She's
Yeah.
carrying the
She had
thing.
the
On the
whole
bus?
pan, yeah, on the bus. The pan was bigger than the aisle on the bus, so she's all like
Holding it
up. And so I waited till she got on the bus, and of course I saw my ex there with Matthew because he drives all the way from his house at the time to drive Matthew to the bus stop to put him on the bus.
Is that Jason?
Yes,
Okay. And so little Matthew's at the bus stop
Yes.
that morning. Okay.
yes. And I try not to talk to Jason because we were having difficulties.
Just
So
trying to keep it.
yeah, trying to keep it good in front of the kids. So
So what was going to be the birthday plan for the rest of the day?
birthday plans, since she had school, I didn't plan anything for her birth, like
Right.
the actual date.
Right.
So I planned it for the next day, which was Wednesday, because I had off on Wednesday.
Okay. And that's the half day at school?
Yes,
Got
that's
it.
a half day.
Okay.
So I was planning on for her to come home from school, get changed, put play clothes on, and I was going to take her either to the park, that new park that they just built up there in Rio Rancho.
The park above?
Yes,
Mhm.
that park. And I was going to take her there and just get like pizzas from Little Caesars
Mm-hmm.
and just have like a few of her friends there and just have her celebrate. I had already gotten the cake from Smith's. I was supposed to pick it up.
What kind of cake did you get her?
Oh my goodness, I wish I could have seen it. It was a rectangle cake,
Mm-hmm.
and it had pink and purple, I don't know what that stuff is called, where it hardens like candy. I forgot.
Like
what-
this, not sprinkles, but.
No, it's like an icing, but then it like hardens. It's like a shell on the outside of the cake.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what it's called.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. Sounds pretty cool.
But,
Okay.
but got that, and then like half of it was leopard because she loves leopard. She's like in love with leopards.
Yeah.
And her favorite colors were pink and purple, but she favored purple more. So the cake was half pink, half purple, had the leopards on it, and then I had 4 bow ties that were edible on each
Oh.
corner of the cake, and then in the middle, it was supposed to say Happy 10th Birthday Victoria.
Did you get like special candles, or did you do the 10?
I had the 10.
Okay.
I had the 10, and then I was gonna put 10 candles around that for extra.
Like double
Yeah.
candle action?
Yes.
That sounds
But,
awesome.
I never got to see the cake.
Right. Because you're supposed to pick it up the next day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Who was she going to invite to her party?
she had the friend that she went to the house with, like that lived in building 4 across from me,
Okay.
and then a couple of her friends from school. That was
Okay.
supposed to be there. So it was either gonna be a pool party or go to the park. But I was gonna go to the park because my dad talked me into it.
Okay.
So, and
It's probably easier to watch a bunch of kids at the park than in the pool.
it's a big park though.
That is true. That is true. You are going to be running around that park. That's a good point.
It's like some could be on that side and others on that side, and you're like, okay, where's my kid?
Yeah.
And but yeah, she got to school. She went to school that day on her birthday, and she went through the whole day. And I came back, and when I came back, Fabian said that he was gonna fix my window on my car because my window was broken. I think the motor or whatever it was called. I don't remember.
To roll the window up.
Yeah, up and down.
Okay.
And he fixed my window, and then I believe he said that we were gonna go to his uncle's house again. And we went over there, over off of 5 Points and Guff, I think it is, around there. So we went there while the kids were at school, and then we came back because I told him, I was like, I have to go because that's when like that morning before we left, I told Jessica, I was like, can you please pick up Victoria from the bus stop if we're not back in time? And she didn't give me an answer, and I was like, please. I was like, please pick her up. I was like, because Fabian don't want to go by himself, and I go with him, and I'm pretty sure we'll be back, but I'm not sure. And she was like, okay, I'll pick her up. And so we went to his uncle's house, and we were there for most of the day.
Let me take you back just a little bit. That morning when you were baking cupcakes, what were Fabian and Jessica doing in the
Jessica was still like laying down.
in Matthew's room?
Yes, and Fabian was up in the balcony having a cigarette. And because he woke up about the same time I did.
Did you wake him up or just both? kinda
No,
woke
we
up?
just both woke up. And so we went to his uncle's house, and we stayed there for a while, and then I text Jessica, don't forget to pick up my daughter from the bus stop. And she never texted me back. So I was like, okay. I was like, Fabian, I was like, she's not answering me. I was like, we need to go. So we got up and left, and we drove. And I believe we left there. I don't know the exact time. But I know we were late from the bus picking
Michelle, let me stop. Did you ask anybody else to go pick your daughter up?
Jessica.
I know that.
Oh, nobody else besides that, no.
Did you ever talk to your mom?
No.
Okay.
You said Fabian didn't want to go by himself?
Yes.
Okay. Was that typical of him or?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, he always had to have somebody with him.
Is-
Because usually when he went somewhere, Jessica was with him. Because I was working.
When you were working?
Okay. You're saying he wants somebody to go with, where do you want to go?
His uncle's house.
His uncle's house?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you a photograph I've marked. Number B. Did you recognize number B, and if so, from where?
Yes, that was the one near his uncle's house. I think that's David.
Okay. That's David?
I believe so.
Okay.
He looks familiar.
Okay. What would happen how many times do you think you went to the uncle's house, Uncle David, or however he calls him?
I only went there a couple of times. I don't know how many times he went without me.
Okay. When you were there, the couple times you were there, did Victoria ever go with you?
Yes, she went with me like once or twice.
Okay. And what would happen normally when you and Fabian were at the uncle's house?
I would basically mainly stay in the car with my daughter
Okay.
because I didn't trust the neighborhood.
Okay.
And I didn't trust the guys out there. And my daughter would mainly stay next to me.
Okay. On the occasion we're talking about this morning on the 23rd, when you said you stayed at Uncle David or David's house for a little while?
Yes.
What went on that occasion?
There, we were just like hanging out and talking, smoking cigarettes, and Fabian told me that he wanted to get some weed.
Okay.
So he went to the house like diagonal from his uncle's house.
Okay.
I don't know the exact address.
Okay. Was Fabian able to get some marijuana?
Yes, he did.
Okay. How much do you remember?
I don't.
Okay. Did you ever see it?
No,
Okay.
No.
Never saw it.
no.
Okay. Before you go to Uncle David's house, you're talking about your car getting worked on,
Mm-hmm.
the window.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go with Fabian anywhere to pick up any parts?
We went to Pull and Pay.
Okay. Whereabouts is that located?
That's off of Broadway,
Okay.
and it's Lair, I believe.
Okay.
And the address is on Broadway.
Okay. So way far south.
Yes,
Okay. And tell me what happens when you get there. What goes on there?
at Upel.
Mm-hmm.
We get there and we go in there, and he paid because you gotta pay to go in there,
Okay.
and you go in and then you tell them what year your car is or what kind of car you have, and then they lead you to the direction to where the cars are at that will be specific for your type of car.
Okay.
And you just go in there and you take off the pieces that you need
Okay.
and bring them.
Okay. Did you go with Fabian to do that?
Yes,
Okay. And so that's where you guys got the car part.
yes.
So after you get the car part, what happens next?
We got the car part and we were leaving. We went to go leave. And I didn't realize this, but he actually stole the part.
Okay.
And
Who's he?
Fabian.
Fabian stole the
Yes.
car. Okay.
Yes. Because he put it down his pants because I separated from him once, like to go looking at other cars.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna take any guesses because I don't know. But when we got into the car, he started taking the part out of his pants. And I'm like, what did you do? He was like, I got the part. I was like, well, didn't you pay for it? He said, no. He's like, a part like this is a lot of money. And I'm like, well, why'd you steal it? I was like, we're gonna get caught. And I just let it go. And I felt guilty. I felt guilty.
Okay.
But, and right from that moment on, and I was like from that moment, I knew that he was a bad influence.
Okay.
So I was going to start separating myself. I was going to start to separate myself from him.
Okay, so you realize at that point this is not what you're looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
Who paid to get into the
Fabian.
Fabian?
Did either of you two have enough money to pay for a part like that?
I did in my bank account.
Okay.
If I would have known that we had to pay for the part, I didn't know how it was because I've never been there before. That was my first time there. I mean, like I would always pass it when I lived in Peralta. I would always pass it back and forth, but
Okay.
I've never actually went in there.
Okay. Okay. So after you end up with the part, what happens after you end up with the part? Where do you guys go next? Where do you and Fabian go next?
We start going back to my place, I believe.
Okay. And what happens when you go back to your apartment?
That's when he fixed the door.
Okay. And how long did that take? Do you remember?
Not exactly.
Okay. Who else is at the apartment while Fabian is fixing the door?
Jessica was upstairs.
Okay. Tell me how Jessica's acting at that time.
She seemed pretty normal to me.
Okay.
Like she was talking normal and she was getting along with my daughter and she was putting makeup on her eyes like to sparkle
Okay.
her eyes and stuff, so.
Okay. I'm a bit confused because if we're on the right day, that's going to be Tuesday the 23rd, which means Victoria would have had a full day at school.
Yes.
So is this the right occasion that Jessica's putting makeup on your daughter? Do you know what I'm asking? I'm a bit confused. Because if
No, that
Victoria's
was-
at school.
No, that was the day before, I'm sorry.
Okay, so the day before.
Yes, yes.
Okay, she's putting it. Why was Jessica putting makeup and things on your daughter? Just
Because she wanted the makeup and Victoria asked me if she can have it.
Okay.
I said a little bit, not a lot.
okay.
So,
So she's acting normal when she's putting makeup on.
yes.
Okay. And again, if I'm saying something, I don't let me tell you what to say. Okay.
Okay.
And you, like I said, you reach over and you punch me if I start doing it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So just to make it clear, so probably the day before or so is the makeup, where
Yes.
Jessica's acting normal.
Yes.
Okay. So when you come back from you pull it, and Fabian is fixing the car, about what time is that on? That's going to be the 23rd, the Tuesday.
Yes.
What time is that when Fabian's working on the car?
I don't remember.
Okay. Daytime or nighttime?
It was the daytime.
Okay. Is that before or after you go to Uncle David's or David's?
That was before.
Okay. Okay. How long do you think you're at the apartment while Fabian's working on the car and before you go to Uncle David's?
Maybe about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Because he had to take the whole door frame off and everything.
Okay.
So it took a while.
Are you down there watching all of it or upstairs with Jessica, or walk me
No, I
through
was
that?
downstairs with Fabian.
Okay. And where's Jessica at this point?
Upstairs.
And how's Jessica acting at that point?
I'm not sure because I didn't see her.
Okay.
Because I was downstairs with
I
Fabian.
understand now. Okay. So walk me through after, does the door eventually get fixed?
Yes.
Okay. It actually works?
Yes. I
Okay.
was so happy.
Okay.
Because I could roll my window down and
Okay. And so walk me through after the door gets fixed, what happens next?
That's when I had told Jessica, like, if she could pick up my daughter because we were going to go to his uncle's house.
Okay.
And we went because Fabian didn't want to go with Jessica because he didn't want to deal with her crap. Like, because he was starting to get frustrated with her and he didn't want to have to hear her nagging and everything. So he asked me to go with him and if Victoria can stay with Jessica because we were going to get weed and he didn't want Victoria around that. And I was like, okay, that's an understandable logic.
Now I understand. Okay.
So I left her with Jessica and she seemed normal, so that's the only reason why I left her with her.
Okay.
And we left and we went to his uncle's house and we spent a little time there. He got his weed, whatever. And
Do you think he smokes any weed at Uncle David's? Or
I'm
with
pretty
Uncle
sure he does.
David's? Okay. Why do you think that?
Because I can tell his attitude changes and I can smell it.
Okay.
I can smell it.
So you can
Like,
smell the weed on it?
yeah, when, like if you just finish smoking a cigarette, like if you're smoking a cigarette and it lingers on you,
Yes.
he got into the car and my car smelled like weed.
Okay, but you never saw him, but you
I
can
never
smell
saw him, yes.
it. Okay. There's some text messages you talked about that while you're at Uncle David's, I think you said, you got some text messages. Um,
I don't think they're here.
Do you remember who, you said that you'd asked Jessica to get your daughter. What time would Victoria normally get off the bus?
Well, she would get to the bus stop about 4:30.
Okay,
Because if the bus is running late, they'll get there about 4:30.
okay. So, do you remember getting contacted by a neighbor?
Yes.
Okay, and how did the neighbor contact you?
The neighbor called me at first, but I didn't answer the phone because I didn't recognize the number.
Okay,
And then she texted me saying that this is such and such Victoria's friend in building 4. We have Victoria here, and right then and there, I was like, well, what happened? I was like, I told Jessica, well, she didn't know who she was, and I told Jessica to go pick her up from the bus stop. She's like, well, she never showed up at the bus stop, so she came here with I forgot her daughter's name,
okay.
and she was in the house with her daughter.
I'm going to show you, I think we're up to 4. I'm going to make these 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Take a look at these. These are just photographs of, and I think I've got it in the right order, text messages. And they've got dates and times on them.
Mhm.
Take a look and see if you recognize this text conversation.
I do recognize him.
And tell me about that. What is that text conversation?
That was with the neighbor telling me that she has him there, and that's when I called her. I believe I called her, and I told her, "Can you keep her there until I get there? I'll be there in a few." And she was like, "I'll be there." She was like, "Okay, I'll hold her here." And then, like 5 minutes later, she said that she has to go somewhere, so she let Victoria go. I don't know if she let her go to the office or to the apartment building
Okay.
where Jessica was at. And I was like, "Where is she now?" She was like, "I just let her go up into the apartment. She's knocking on the door." But she stayed on the phone with me the whole time
Okay.
while Victoria was out knocking at the door.
Okay.
And I was sitting there, and Victoria was knocking on the door, and nobody was answering at first. And then Victoria kept knocking, and then I guess eventually Jessica answered the door, and that's when her mom told me, "Okay, she's in the house."
Okay.
I was like, "Okay."
Okay. When all these text messages are going on, do you remember where you were when you started receiving those? You know
At
that.
his uncle's house.
Okay, so we're at Uncle David's.
Yes.
Okay. And above here on this first wave mark number 4, there's a date and time. Can you tell me what that date and time is, or the date?
August 23rd.
Okay. If we look at the calendar, that's going to be our Tuesday. So I think we're all on the right page. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And the first text comes in at what time?
4:35.
Okay. And it looks like the last conversation.
45.
So for about a 10-minute period or so, around 4:35 for about 10 minutes. Does that refresh your memory of when you're finding out Victoria wasn't picked up by Jessica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we established with your memory and now with some records that we have no reason to believe that they're inaccurate. It's somewhere around 4:35 or so when you start getting notified that, hey, Jessica hasn't picked up Victoria. Is that about correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. I think that helps. So as you're seeing these and you're figuring out that Jessica has not picked up Victoria, how are you feeling?
Upset,
Okay,
let down,
okay.
and I was just trying to get a hold of Jessica at the time.
Do you eventually get a hold of Jessica
No.
before you get home?
She didn't answer me.
Okay.
And then that's because as soon as Jessica didn't answer me, I told Fabian, I was like, "We need to go." I was like, "She didn't pick up my daughter from the bus stop." I was like, "We need to go."
Okay,
And he left right away.
okay,
And then he was yelling on the way back. He was like, "How dare she leave my mija like that?" Da, 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 da.
okay.
And he was just upset too, but
Okay.
he showed it more than I did. So.
Okay. How long does it take to get from Uncle David or David's house back to your apartment?
Depending on the traffic, I would say about maybe half an hour.
How long
to
did it
an
take that
hour.
time?
I would say maybe 45 minutes, because he
Okay.
was driving erratically. He
So
was scaring me.
He's hustling, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
He was scaring me.
Okay. So tell me what happens when you finally get back to the apartment. What happens? What do you see and what happens?
Okay. We get back to the apartment and we pull in, and I see Victoria, and she was all happy to see me. So I went upstairs with her and we went to the back balcony because she was doing her homework back there. So I didn't see Jessica anywhere.
So Victoria's in the apartment.
Yes,
Was the front door open, closed, locked? Do you recall?
I don't recall.
Okay.
And so I went into the house, and I don't know where Jessica was. She could have been on the bathroom. I don't know. But my daughter was out in the balcony by herself doing her homework.
Okay.
Because I told her as soon as she gets home from school to do her homework.
Okay.
And I apologized. I was like, Victoria, I'm sorry for not being here. I was like, it'll never happen again. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, it's okay, Mommy. She says, it's okay. I went to her friend's house, and she's like, they got me home. And I'm like, I know, but still, I was like, I'm sorry. And that was the last time I talked to her. And then my mom and dad had called her to wish her a happy birthday.
Okay.
So she spoke to my parents, they wished her a happy birthday.
On whose phone did your parents call?
Mine.
Your phone?
On
Okay.
mine.
Okay.
And so they finished talking, and then after that, me and Fabian, we went back to his uncle's house.
Okay, so after, let me take some notes because I'm going to make sure I get this correct. So
Okay.
after the incident where Jessica doesn't pick up Victoria, you come home. You talk to Victoria, and she's doing her homework.
Mhm.
Your parents call her, wish her happy birthday.
Yes.
Do you ever see Jessica during that time period?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And then you and Fabian leave again and go back to Uncle David's?
Yes.
Okay. How long after you talk to Victoria on the patio where she's doing her homework, how long are you there before you go back to Uncle David's or David's?
Maybe about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. And why are you going back to Uncle David's?
Because he wanted to get some more weed for Jessica.
You're saying more weed for Jessica?
Yes.
So Fabian wanted to get more weed for Jessica?
Yes.
Did Fabian, this time period where you're back, you're talking to Victoria, she's doing her homework, is Fabian making contact with Jessica? Do you know?
He might have been. I heard him talking, so I don't know if he was talking on the phone.
Okay. Where would he have been when you heard him talking?
He might have been in the bedroom, the master bedroom.
The master bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. But this whole time period, that 45 minutes to an hour, you don't see Jessica, is that correct?
Until the time we were about to leave.
Okay. What happens when you're about to leave to go back to Uncle David's the second time?
We asked her if she could watch Victoria while we go over there, because I don't want to take her over there to go get weed, and it's a bad neighborhood, and I just don't want to take that chance anymore. Because we went there about 3 times prior, and the last time we went there was a gunshot there, so I was like, I don't want to take any chances of bringing her there. I was like, will you please watch her? And she was like, okay. Like, she sounded frustrated,
Okay.
but she said, okay, and I was like, we need to make this quick. I was like, if you want to go, and since you don't want to go by yourself or with her, I'll go with you, but we need to make it quick.
Okay.
And from then on, that's when we went to his uncle's house. He took his time driving there. We stayed there about, I would say, I don't recall the exact time,
Okay. How far was Uncle David's house away?
30 to 45 minutes,
Okay,
depending
so-
on the traffic.
So that's a ways away. Whereabouts is it?
It's on Golf and 5-Star, 5 Points.
Okay, so it's way in the South Valley.
Yes.
Okay. And the second time when you go to Uncle David's, I'm sorry, go
Oh
ahead.
no, I think I remember the street name, I just don't know the address. It's Larizolo?
Okay, something like that.
Yes,
Okay.
something like that.
So the second time you go to Uncle David's that day, after Victoria finally gets home, she's doing her homework, the second time you go, do you go up to Uncle David's house?
No, I was in the car,
You stayed in the car?
Yes.
Okay. How long do you think you stay in the car?
about 5 minutes, 10
5
minutes.
minutes. What does Fabian do?
He got out and he started talking to David, and then that's when he came back out, and then we got in the car and we drove down to that house on the corner.
The house on the corner.
Yeah, where he gets the weed from.
Okay, so he didn't get weed from Uncle David?
No.
Oh, okay.
Uncle David walked over there afterwards, but he don't get the weed from him.
Oh, okay, so he's not getting the weed from Uncle David, he's
No.
getting it from somebody there?
Yes,
Okay, do you see how much weed that Fabian gets on this occasion?
I didn't. He put it in his pocket.
Okay, did you
So
ever
I
see
just-
anything?
No.
Okay, so you never saw anything?
No.
Okay, what happens next?
After that, since we were sitting there for a while, I text Jessica. And I told her, I was like, how's Victoria doing? And I got no response. I tried calling her, no response. And I was like, Fabian, I was like, we need to go. Jessica's not answering her phone and I want to know how my daughter's doing. I was like, we need to go now. And he was like, okay, hold on. I was like, no, we need to go now. I was like, I need to find out if my daughter is okay. And he was like, okay. So he got in the car and he drove. And he was going as slow as molasses.
Okay.
Like he was doing the speed limit, but we drove back, and by the time we got back to the apartment, that's when I saw Jessica with my daughter in a blanket coming down the steps.
Take a second before we get to that. I want to back up just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Take a drink of water for me, okay?
Should take these things off me.
I know, I'm sorry. They have all kind of rules that we have no control over. I apologize. This second trip to Uncle David's, is that before or after Fabian and Victoria go to the giant station where she gets the soda?
After.
That's after?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I just want to get the timeline correct. We kind of skipped that part. We have the text messaging. You're at Uncle David's. We have the text messaging. You guys go home. Victoria's doing homework on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
I love that little girl. She is so.
You did a heck of a job because I can't get my kids to do their homework now. And so she's on the porch doing her homework, even though she's couldn't even get into her own apartment.
Yeah.
So you did a heck of a job.
Thank you.
So after that, you're there for 45 minutes an hour. And then, if I'm correct, don't let me put words in your mouth, please. Then that's when there's the whole deal with the argument about the cigarettes, the money that we've talked about, and then Fabian and Victoria go to the giant.
Yes.
And then you guys go back to Uncle David's.
Yes.
Okay. And you're sure you go back to Uncle David's?
Yes.
Okay. We've received some information that at that point you went to his brother Steve's house.
That was after.
Okay.
That was after.
So, okay. Walk me through this. You're correcting me. I appreciate that. So we go,
No, because it's all coming like
Good.
to me, so it's like.
and that's what we're going to work through. And what I want is your memory. I wasn't there. I can tell you what I've heard and what I've seen, but it's your memory that's important, not mine, okay? So like I've said, and I keep telling you, this is why we're working in this. I want you to remember, and don't let me tell you what to remember. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're the part, we've gone to Uncle David's the second time. After you go to Uncle David's the second time, where do you go after that?
We went to his brother's house, I guess he called it.
Okay,
I didn't even know if it was actually his brother, but he didn't live too far from me.
okay,
And he went there, and he went inside. I stayed in the car,
okay.
and he came out, and again he smelled like weed. So I asked him, I was like, "What'd you get?" And he got so offended, and he got like so mad that he started driving my car erratically past the red light and took a turn like really sharp and almost like crashed us. And we went back to my house
Okay. Why is he so mad?
because I said, "Did you just buy weed?" So I guess he got offended from it.
Okay.
I was like, "You just bought it from your uncle's house." I was like, "So what's the big difference if I say, well, that's my brother and da 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 da."
Oh, so he's upset about you asking about his brother?
Yeah, assuming
Okay.
that his brother is a drug dealer.
So correct me if I'm wrong, there's the first time he gets weed at Uncle's house.
Mhm.
There's a second time he gets weed at Uncle's house. And now there's a third time at his brother's house he's getting weed.
No, the second time he didn't get in because I forced him to leave
Okay,
because of Victoria.
Okay, thank you for correcting me.
No problem.
And each time you've kind of gone where he gets weed, you're smelling the aroma on him.
Yes,
So he's smoking.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like he's smoking. I don't know if he's.
But you can smell the aroma.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
was strong. It was like filling up my whole car. I had to open the windows.
Okay, okay. So as you leave who we think is the brother's house, and you said that this brother lives close to you? What does that mean?
I lived off of Irving and Unser,
Okay,
and he lived off of Paradise and Unser by that park over there across from James Madison Middle School, I believe it is.
okay. Was it a house or apartment?
It was a house
Okay,
with like a truck there, and there was a car in the driveway, and we pulled into the driveway in front of the big bus.
okay,
Was there.
okay. And you said you stayed in the car?
Yeah.
Do you know why you stayed in the car?
He didn't want me to meet his brother,
Who's he?
Fabian.
Fabian didn't want you to meet his brother?
Yes.
Had
I
you
didn't meet any of his family.
never met any of his
Except for
family?
Jessica.
Just Jessica and this Uncle David?
Yes,
That's the only two, huh?
yes.
Did he say why he didn't want you to meet his family?
He wasn't ready yet. We weren't going out long enough.
Okay, okay. So after you leave who he thinks the brother's house, and he's kind of driving crazy like you explained, tell me what happens next.
So we finally made it to my house, and that's when we were sitting in the car listening to music, and we seen Jessica coming down the stairs
Okay.
with my daughter.
Let me slow you down just a little bit. Do you have the picture of the front of the apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. And I apologize for this part of it, okay? But this is important.
It's okay. I cry all the time anyway.
Okay. Let me make this number. Where are the numbers? Let's go back to number 7. 7 down here. Do you recognize what's in the apartment in number 7?
What's in the apartment?
No, do you recognize that apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that apartment?
That's my apartment
Okay.
and my neighbors.
Okay. So we're gonna start talking about, but I'm gonna walk you through kind of slow, okay? And when you want to stop, we're gonna stop. Okay? Okay. Can you tell me? So I want you to go back in your mind. Fabian's kind of driving crazy and stuff, and you pull back up in the parking lot. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Show me. I'll give you a red pen. I want you to show me. And I want you to understand this photo was taken way afterward. This is not a scene photograph. This is just a photograph I took. So don't worry about other cars you see there. This was just to help me when I began my investigation to see what things look like. Okay? Can you put, best you remember, can you put a red X where you and you just told me Fabian's driving.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you seated?
In the passenger seat.
Was there anybody else in the vehicle?
No.
Okay. What else was in your car at that time? Do you have, I don't know, some people keep crazy stuff. I keep jumper cables and ice scrapers and things like that.
In the trunk.
You had something in the trunk. Was there
Yeah.
anything in the back seat that you remember?
The car seats, maybe the car seats.
The car seats,
As
okay.
far as I remember.
Okay. You said car seats. Is there 1 or 2?
I think at the time there was 1.
Okay. Okay. So if you can, best if you can, put a red X where you remember you guys parked when you returned to the apartment after going to who we think is the brother's house.
And I see that car right there.
That's your car right there? Okay, so I'll put an X on a gold car right there. Okay. So when you return from the brother's house, is it light or dark out?
It's light. I could still see,
Okay.
but it was about to get dark.
So what a lot of us call dusk?
Yeah.
Okay, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. So what else? We'll get to when you see your daughter. Okay. But let's talk about some stuff before that. What else do you see as you pull up? Tell me what else you see.
The neighbors, they were outside.
Okay. How many neighbors do you think you see?
My neighbors downstairs, it was 2. And they must have had friends over because there was more than 2 because only the 2 lived downstairs for me.
Okay.
And then I don't remember seeing any like on the other side.
To the right as you're indicating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you see adults or do you see children?
There were adults, and then the one kid was my neighbor downstairs.
Okay, so there's both adults and children out, or at least one child that you remember seeing.
Yes.
Okay, so as you pull up in park, you and Fabian pull up in park, what do?
We were in the car listening to the music.
What kind of music?
Just like old music.
Okay,
like,
now, well, there's old for Mr. Mitchell and I. There's old for Ms. Rose, there's old for you.
80s.
80s.
Yes.
Okay, that's not, that's not old.
I'm an 80s.
Okay, that's not old. That's new music for Mr. Mitchell and I. Okay, so you listen to 80s. Do you remember what type of, how you were listening to music?
We were just in there and like if a song came on that we knew, we were just all like singing, like just playing around and joking around and
Okay,
like singing to each other, and
okay.
we were just sitting there.
Is it on the radio or is it on, like my kids don't listen to radio anymore. They have different devices. Do you remember where the music was coming from?
The radio.
The radio, okay. Do you remember the songs at all, or just 80s?
Ooh. I
Taking
think
you
one
back.
was Sweet Dreams.
Okay,
I can't remember the other ones.
okay.
But they were good songs.
They were good songs.
Yes.
So you and Fabian are gonna sit in the car. Are the windows up or down?
Up.
What time of year? This is August. Tell me about the weather.
It was pretty nice out.
It was
And
nice out.
I had the wind maybe like that much open, but for
Okay.
the most part they were up.
There we go. Okay.
Yes.
Are you guys being real quiet? Or are you having a good time?
No, the music was loud.
The music's
I
loud?
put it loud and I was singing loud, tried to over sing the radio, but
Okay.
that didn't work.
What was Fabian doing at this time?
Singing with me.
He's singing with you?
Yeah.
So you two are singing along with the oldies that you call from the 80s, which I call new music. So, is that right? Is that what's
Yes.
going on? Okay,
Yes.
okay. So how long, and it might be easier if you think, how many songs do you think you listen to before you see Jessica?
I would say maybe two and a half.
2.5.
I
Okay,
don't remember the exact number.
okay. So now we're gonna get to the part, and I apologize, we have to go through this. I don't wanna make you do it, but we have to go through this, okay? I want you to tell me the first thing you saw, what brought your attention. So you're sitting there, take yourself back. You're sitting there and you're listening to music and you're singing. Things are going, you're having a good time, it sounds like. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Say yes.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. When I go, you tell me to say yes, okay? So tell me, walk me through what's the first thing that you see.
Jessica coming down the stairs with my daughter.
Okay, I'm going to take this red pen and indicate on this photograph we've marked number 7, the first location, and I want you to put, let's put JK and then 1. That'll be indicating Jessica Kelley and the first position you saw her when you, as you're looking, and I want you to take yourself back, as you're looking out, that's the first place I want you to put, so JK1. Can you reach that? Okay. Okay, so we've indicated she's about halfway down the first flight of steps, the highest level steps. So she's above, excuse me, the little landing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. When you see Jessica Kelley here, what is she doing?
Carrying my daughter
Okay.
in a blanket.
Okay. Describe what you see for me, please.
She was coming down there with her in the blanket, and when she saw us there, me and Fabian, she immediately went back upstairs into the apartment.
Okay. Describe how Jessica is carrying your daughter, please.
And she's carrying her like this, and her head was like over her arm, and like everything else was covered from here down.
Okay.
So I only saw her head.
So slow down a little bit. You've got your hands out in front of you.
Mhm.
Okay. And let me put words in your mouth, but we've had different people describe it as like cradling somebody. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Victoria is being cradled by Jessica.
Yes.
Okay. Describe what you see your daughter's head at that point. Can you tell me? Can you see your daughter's head?
I saw a glimpse of it, and
Okay.
it looked normal, like she was sleeping.
She was sleeping. Okay. Was it? And just describe. Is it up, down?
Like back.
Okay, it's leaning back. Okay. Can you see your daughter's eyes?
No.
Can you see her hair?
Yes.
Okay. What does her hair look like?
It was dirty blonde and it was out.
It was out.
It's like if I put it up in the morning, she like took it out during the day.
Okay,
it was
so it was not in the same manner as you remember seeing her.
not that I remember.
How about when you came back, she's doing her homework?
It was out.
Was out then?
Yes.
Okay, so before this,
She never leaves her hair up a full day.
okay, okay. Tell me about, could you see your daughter's legs and feet?
No.
Okay, why not?
It was wrapped up in the blanket.
Okay, describe the blanket for me.
Oh. It had footballs and basketballs on it, and
Had
I
you
don't
seen
remember
this?
the other one.
Had you seen this football basketball blanket before?
Yes, it was made for my son for Christmas from my mom's neighbor
Okay. Where had you last seen that blanket?
in Matthew's room,
Okay.
because I made his bed with it.
Okay. When did you make Matthew's bed with
I don't recall.
it? Okay, but that's the blanket you normally put over. Okay. And you said she was wrapped in something else besides just that blanket? Am I mistaken?
I just saw a blanket.
Okay. Okay. What did you see? And I apologize. You said that Victoria looked to be asleep?
She looked like she was asleep because she was normal color.
Okay. What color could you see?
And it's like white.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
she was tan, so because she tanned easily, so
Okay.
she was a little bit darker than I was.
Okay. So you're indicating your hand. You can see her hands?
Oh no, no,
Okay.
I'm talking about her face.
Her face.
Yes.
You can see her face.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
And it looked normal to you?
like this side of her. Yes.
Okay. Why? Just tell me a little more why you thought she was sleeping. What did you see?
I just saw her sleeping, like her just carrying her down and her sleeping with her head like this. Because when she sleeps, she sleeps.
Okay.
So I didn't think anything of it.
Okay. So Victoria's a sound sleeper?
Yes,
Okay. So you thought it was possible at that point that she was asleep?
yes.
Okay. Okay. So we're at that point, and you said that she only comes down, and we've marked JK number 1 here on photograph number 7. She only comes partially down, about halfway down. Is that correct?
When I first noticed her, yes.
Okay. What happens next?
I get out of the car after I realized when she went back up into the apartment, and she was like way before me, so I opened the door.
I'm sorry, she did what?
She went back up into the apartment,
Okay.
and she
Sure.
put my daughter somewhere, I don't know where. And I thought she was sleeping, and I thought she put her in a bedroom because she closed the bedroom door. And
When you're saying she, who is she?
Jessica Kelley,
Okay.
In which bedroom?
in her bedroom,
Victoria's
bedroom.
Okay, so she goes back upstairs. Do you remember, is the door to your apartment open? Is it closed? Does she have to hesitate? You know what I'm asking? Or is it
It
just
was open because she walked right in.
walk right in? Okay. How long after you see Jessica turn around and walk back upstairs and go inside the apartment, how long do you and Fabian remain in the car?
I say about 5 minutes.
Okay, and what was going on during that 5 minutes?
We were finishing the last of the song that was playing.
Okay, okay. Did Jessica say anything to you when she came down the stairs that
No.
you could hear?
No,
Would you, if Jessica had said anything, could you have heard it with the music?
no, it was
Okay,
a bit loud.
it's loud.
Yeah, I had it almost full blast.
What color was that blanket with the footballs? Do you
It was black, brown, yellow, and orange.
Okay.
It was like black with the footballs and basketballs on one side, and the other side was orange.
Okay. Did you see any of the clothing that Victoria had on, or was it?
No, I just saw her head.
Let me show you a photograph. I'm gonna mark this one. We're at number 8 now.
Did you guys say anything to Jessica when she came down the stairs?
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
Did you hear Fabian say anything?
No,
Okay. Mark you a photograph. We've marked number 8. Do you recognize what's depicted in photograph number 8?
yes, those are Matthew's clothes, his pajamas, and the orange blanket.
Okay. Do you know, what are that things you described, the clothing, the blanket, where is that?
In the dryer?
Okay. Do you know how those items came to be in the dryer?
Who knows?
Okay. Did you do a load of wash to where this could have been?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
Michelle, when you do your laundry, this will sound like a weird question, but I'm the kind of person, I'll come home and I'll like toss some of the kids' stuff in the washer and then not do it. Did you ever do that, or were you all about the hamper and then one?
Oh no,
load?
yeah, I was all about like straight from the hamper into the wash, do the wash, put it in the dryer, take it from the dryer and fold them, put them away.
Okay.
Get it
Did
all-
you ever throw like one item in the wash waiting for the next
No.
wash to happen? Okay.
So it's a process. When you're doing laundry, you're doing
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You have a system.
My
I
kids,
do it all at once.
my kids, when I tell them to do laundry, it means they move it from their room and they dump it in the laundry room. That's their version of doing
Well, that
laundry.
used to be the way my kids did laundry.
But you've got them where they don't
Yes.
do that. So when you start laundry, it is, you take it from the hamper washer, dryer, get it done.
Yes.
It's not sitting around somewhere. Okay.
In your apartment, tell me about the sound when the washer and dryer were running. Was that something you would
It was
know?
mainly quiet, but then I had a buzzer on my dryer, so when the clothes were done, it would make a loud buzz. So that way I could hear it wherever I was at.
Okay. Just a quick question. When you and Fabian left the second time to go to Uncle David's, and then eventually to who he thinks the brother's house, did you tell Jessica how long you were going to be gone or anything like that? Do you
No,
know?
I haven't spoken to her. I'm still trying to get in contact with her and no answer.
Okay. But you said that you heard Fabian. This is going to be after he comes back from. Well, let me ask this question. When Fabian and Victoria come back from the Giant, and you said she's got a. What'd you say it was? I'm sorry.
A big drink.
Big drink, that's right.
A big,
And maybe some chips or a snack, something like that. How's Victoria acting at that point?
happy as can be.
She happy?
She liked Fabian,
Okay.
so she was happy.
Okay. How's Fabian acting?
Normal
Okay. And Jessica, you've kind of described as just,
in her own world.
yeah, in her own world. Okay.
Did Victoria drink that whole drink?
No,
No.
not that I can recall. It was too big for her.
Okay.
Right? Like she comes up with the big goal.
Do you remember, did Fabian get anything for himself when he went to the
I
drive
don't
station?
recall.
Okay.
I didn't see anything in his possession.
Okay. Okay. So now we're back to. Go ahead and take a drink of water. Wait.
I didn't take my medication this morning, so my anxiety is
Okay. You okay?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So after you guys let us finish listening to your song, you and Fabian finish listening to your song, you go upstairs, is kind of walk yourself, you're walking upstairs,
Mm,
you kind of make the left. Is that front door open or closed?
it's open.
It's open. What do you hear? Before you go in, what do you hear?
I didn't hear anything,
Okay. Radio, TV, anything.
nothing.
Okay. The neighbors and the kid you were describing, where were they when you go upstairs?
They were down here, like around this area,
Okay.
over here.
You're indicating down by the stairs, just
Yes.
hanging out in the lower apartments?
Yes.
Okay. As you walk into the apartment, you're not hearing anything. Is it dark or light when you go upstairs?
It's light because she had the lights on and
The lights are on. Remember, the lights are on.
yes.
So as you think back, as you enter the living room, what's the first thing you see?
It is Jessica standing there.
Okay, what's Jessica doing?
She was watching the TV.
Okay. What's Jessica wearing?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay. And what's on the TV? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. Excuse me. What's Jessica doing other than watching the TV?
She
Anything?
was pacing back and forth, and she would sit down, get up, sit down, get up, go to the balcony.
Okay. And walk me through again, you asked about Victoria, is that correct?
Yes.
And tell me what Jessica tells you when you first enter your apartment.
I asked her, and I said, where are you going with my daughter? She was like, oh, I was taking her with me. I said, taking her with you where? She was sleeping, so I wanted to take her with me. Yeah, but where? And she never answered me to where she was
Okay.
going.
Let me ask you a question. You know your daughter better than anybody. You said she was a sound sleeper. Is it possible Jessica could have picked her up out of bed and carried her down the stairs and back up and put her back to bed and Victoria would remain asleep?
I don't know.
Don't know. That's a perfect answer. If you don't know, you don't know. Okay. So Jessica said, I was taking Victoria with me. Did she say where she was going?
She didn't say where.
Do you know
And
if
I
I'm
tried
sorry.
to get it out of her, but
Okay. Did Jessica have any plans that you knew of?
not that I could recall.
Okay. When Fabian and Michele went to the Giant Station, do you remember Jessica doing anything?
No.
Okay. Do you remember the makeup pictures?
Yeah.
The makeup? And I may, if you don't have them, I may. Did you have makeup Just regular
I
makeup?
did, yes.
Okay. How about, do you know if Jessica has makeup?
She did.
Okay. I'm going to show you a couple pictures. We're up to 9. 9 and 10. Number 9 and number 10. Take a look at number 9, and this looks like a pink or kind of red and white bag with makeup in it. Do you recognize that one?
Yes, that's mine.
That's yours. Where would you normally keep that?
In my dresser. On my
Okay.
dresser.
Okay.
In my room.
And I'm going to mark this one number 10. It looks like almost like a shoebox. Do you recognize that one?
And that's Jessica's makeup.
That's Jessica's.
Yes.
So 9's yours, 10's Jessica's.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense. Do you remember? I'll mark this one number 11. 11 right here. Do you recognize this photograph?
That's my safe.
Okay. There's a black box on top of the safe. Do you recognize that?
Yes, that was a shoebox that I kept papers in.
Okay. And over here in the upper left, you see a, I guess, red, black, and case. Do you recognize that?
That's my makeup.
That's your makeup case.
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize what room this would be in?
The master bedroom.
The master bedroom. Okay. Around the time that Fabian and Victoria go to the Giant, you remain behind at the apartment, is that correct?
Yes.
And Jessica remains behind the apartment, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have any contact?
Not that I could recall.
Okay. Do you remember a time around that time period where Jessica was getting dressed up? Putting on makeup, anything like that?
No.
You don't? Okay. Did you ever have conversations with her about people she was seeing, dates, things like girl talk?
No, she would just mention her husband to me, so I thought she was like faithful to him. She never mentioned anybody else to me.
Okay, never had any conversation, no girl talk about who you're dating and things like that?
No.
I apologize. I'm not trying to be stereotypical,
No, it's okay.
but... Okay, so nothing like that.
No.
Okay. So you come back. She doesn't tell you, even though you ask her where she's taking your daughter. But she said, explain it to me again. She goes, I'm taking...
She said I was taking her with me. She was sleeping and I didn't want to wake her up.
Okay, so that kind of implies to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Jessica had somewhere to go.
That's what it
Okay.
sounds like.
Okay, but she would never tell you.
No.
Okay, so after you have that conversation, what do you do next?
I just leave it, and because I thought she was sleeping and I didn't want to wake Victoria up because she had school the next day.
Okay.
So I started cooking tacos. Me
Okay.
and Fabian, we split it, but I did most of it.
Okay.
So
How does? Let me interrupt you. Does Fabian come up at the same time you go upstairs? And
yeah, he
enter
was
your-
right behind me.
Okay, so he goes up. What does he do when you come upstairs and you see Jessica in front of the TV set? Is that correct?
Yes.
What does Fabian do?
He goes right into the kitchen because we had the stuff for the tacos and stuff. So he was getting it ready and to be cut up and
Okay.
to start making
Okay.
dinner.
Do you know if Victoria had any dinner?
She
that
did.
day? Okay.
Did she have any snacks or anything after school, or?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Did she? You said something. You would give her both a lunch to take with her, and she had a chance to have hot food at school if she wanted that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember on that day did you do that same thing? Is that?
She didn't bring a lunch with her that day
She
because she
didn't?
had the cupcakes.
Just carrying the.
Yeah,
Ah,
she
yeah,
couldn't
that's
carry it.
That's a little much to carry, isn't it? So you got cupcakes and all this. Okay, I understand that. Do you? I won't even ask that. Okay, so how soon after you enter the apartment, after you see Jessica with Victoria, do you and Fabian start? Was it what were you making?
Tacos.
Tacos. Okay.
Tacos, burritos. There was potatoes, meat.
Okay. How soon after you guys enter the apartment do you start making the tacos or burritos?
Like 5 minutes.
Like 5 minutes. Okay.
Because he was getting the stuff ready.
Okay. So he immediately goes to the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay, walk me through that.
He goes into the kitchen, starts taking out the potatoes, the beans, the rice, and
What kind of potatoes?
The brown potatoes?
Were they like packaged or like French fries you get from the store or?
They were the regular sized potatoes. You cut them.
Oh, okay, just regular potatoes?
Yes.
Okay.
And he did that, and then he couldn't do the onions, so I cut the onions.
How come you can't do onions?
Because he don't want to cry.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so I wound up finishing basically everything else. Because
Okay.
after that, he went to the balcony. He had a cigarette, and then he went into the room. So he was going from the room to the balcony, from the room, the master bedroom to the balcony.
And where's Jessica at this point?
Still in the living room.
Okay. Are Jessica and Fabian having contact at that point?
Very, very low. I don't know what they were saying, but they were talking to each other.
Okay. Okay. So you're still in the kitchen and you're finishing up. Go ahead and start from there and tell me what else happens.
I was finishing up dinner. I finished the tacos. I asked Jessica if she wanted one or two, and she said one. And then I asked Fabian, does he want one or two? And me and Fabian had two each.
Okay.
But I only finished one. Fabian finished all his, and Jessica finished hers. And she went and put her dish in the sink. And
Who did?
Jessica.
Jessica?
Yes, put her dish in the sink.
What kind of dish was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay. If
Because
it's a dish, if it's a paper plate, she's not going to put it in the sink?
No.
Oh, so it's an actual plate?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So then after that, I couldn't finish mine, so I started wrapping mine up to like save it, to put it in the refrigerator, to take it with me or eat it for the next day.
Okay. Do you remember what you wrapped it in?
Oh, I don't know if I did an aluminum foil or saran wrap.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. And then after that, I cleaned up my kitchen, did my dishes, because I don't like going to bed with dishes in the sink.
Okay.
So everything has to be clean. I cleaned it up, and then I went and had a cigarette.
Okay.
And then after that, that's when I went into the bedroom, and I stayed in there practically the rest of the night.
Okay.
And I maybe had one more cigarette break before I went to actual smoke.
Okay. Are all the cigarette breaks on the patio?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anybody on the patio when you're having your one or two cigarette breaks?
Jessica was, but then she came in when she saw me going out.
Okay. Why? Why was that?
That, I don't know.
Did you have any conversation or?
No, I just walked right past her. I didn't talk to her.
Okay. So tell me what goes on after you clean up the kitchen and you're in which bedroom?
I'm in the master bedroom.
Okay. At this point, have you gone into Victoria's room to check on her?
No.
Okay. And I know this is a difficult question. I'm not accusing or judging. I'm just asking why you didn't go in from the time you went upstairs to now to check on Victoria.
That's where I went wrong. I should have, because I usually do. But I just, if I would have went into the room and I was afraid I was going to wake her.
Okay.
Oh,
Would Vic,
I'm sorry.
so you're afraid to wake Victoria, so if you open the door and lights come on, is that wake her up?
Yes.
Okay.
Like because the door squeaked a little bit.
Okay, so that little bit's gonna wake her up?
Yes.
Okay, I understand,
So I
understand.
didn't check on her, so that way she can get her sleep.
She's got school the next day? Okay, and she's got a party the next day?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's got a busy day coming up.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm sorry, Greer, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You need a smaller notepad.
You need all kinds of things.
We've heard different people tell us that Victoria had a history of maybe some headaches or something like that. Is
Yes.
that true?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
She would complain about like headaches, like not normal headaches. They're like migraine headaches.
Migraines, okay.
Yes. I looked it up on the internet, which was the wrong thing to do.
Okay.
So that scared me because of what it said. And it said that if they suffer constant headaches and like really bad headaches, that they can be bleeding internally in the brain. And that scared me like right away. So I had her checked out.
Okay.
And they said everything is fine, that's just a tension headache. I was like, they get them that young?
Yeah.
And they said it's nothing to worry about. She don't have cancer, she's fine.
Did they prescribe any medication for her?
I don't recall, I believe it. Well, I don't recall.
Okay. How about, did you have any over-the-counter medicine you would give her when she had headaches?
Ibuprofen.
Okay.
I had the liquid ibuprofen.
Okay. On this day we're talking about, this whole day with you pull at Uncle David's, Jessica carrying down, did you give Victoria any medication?
No,
Do you know if Fabian gave her any medication?
I don't recall.
Do you know if Jessica gave her any medication? Do you know if she received any medication at school?
I don't recall. Usually they call me if they give her medication, and I haven't received a call from the school about them giving her medication. So
Okay, so the best of your knowledge, she didn't receive any medication that day?
no.
Okay. And I think you've explained why, because it sounds like even though she's a sound sleeper, that door opens up and squeaks, light comes on,
Yep.
just like my kids,
Yes.
she's gonna bounce up, what's up?
Yep.
Is it normal for Victoria to have cupcakes during the day, maybe something else, and then not want dinner? Would she be hungry at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, or?
It depends on if she had a lot to eat at school.
Okay, so we just don't know.
No.
Okay. What would her normal dinner habits be?
She would eat like a bird. She was a horrible eater.
Okay,
So
okay.
she would pick at her food. She would have like 2 bites and say, "I'm full."
So she's at that stage in life.
Yeah.
There's always a stage when they're growing and you can't keep enough food in the house, and there's a stage when they, as you said, they're eating like a bird.
Yes,
So
because it was the opposite. Because she had the appetite where she eat like a bird, and my son had the opposite appetite where he would eat everything.
They do that on purpose, don't they? Just to terrorize you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what kids do. So okay. So at this point in her life, she's eating very little.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless she liked what I cook, then she'll eat most of it.
That sounds like
When
me.
it wasn't broccoli, right?
That sounds exactly like me. Exactly like me and my kids. Okay. So then, at this point, after you've finished the tacos, everybody's had tacos, you've cleaned up, can you give me your best estimate of what time would that be?
I don't recall.
Okay. How long after you're first pulled up, you're listening to music, and you see Jessica, how long has it been since then to where now you have everything done and you're heading to the master bedroom?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
It may have been an hour. I don't know.
Okay. So you go in the master bedroom. Where is Jessica at that point?
She's still in the living room.
Okay. What's going on in the living room with Jessica?
She's sitting on the couch. She's watching the TV.
Okay. Tell me about what she's watching, how loud it is, what's going on in the living room.
It wasn't that loud. I don't recall what she was watching, but I know she was like just sitting there, just staring at the TV, and so I was like, I'm not gonna even touch her. I just went into my room and that's it. And I started watching my own TV. And
Okay. Where's Fabian at this time?
in the master bedroom,
Okay. What's Fabian doing?
he's laying on the bed. We were getting ready to watch a movie, so we couldn't go lie down.
Okay. At this point, where's your cell phone?
On the nightstand next to me.
Okay.
I always kept it there.
Okay. Do you know where Fabian's cell phone is at that point?
I don't.
Okay. And Jessica, did she have her own cell phone?
I think she did,
Okay.
but I don't know.
Okay. So what goes on at this point? Tell me what goes on at this point.
So I come in and me and Fabian are lying down, and I close my door about this much.
Okay.
But I leave it open because just in case if one of the kids have a bad dream, they can always come into my room and stay with me.
Okay. Is there a lock on the master bedroom door?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't want to lock that.
No.
How about Matthew's room? Does he have a lock on his door?
Yes.
How about Victoria's room?
Yes.
Okay. So all the bedrooms have locks.
Yes.
Is it the kind that?
You gotta stick in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the
kind of-
pain in
okay.
the neck one. You
To
gotta.
unlock.
Exactly. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Okay.
And so I close my door and then I changed into my pajamas. And Fabian.
Tell me about your pajamas.
They were like neon orange or neon pink shorts
Okay.
with a black shirt.
Okay.
And
Were you wearing underwear?
yes,
Were you wearing a bra?
yes.
Okay.
And I sat in the bed and me and Fabian, we were just talking for a little bit, just talking to each other.
Okay.
And I finally asked him, I was like, well, you're gonna tell her to get out tomorrow? And he was like, yeah, she's on the phone with her mom right now. And to see if she can come pick her up. And I was like,
How does he know that?
I have no idea.
Okay. Same question I have.
Yeah.
And before I interrupt you, do you normally, from your pajamas, you normally wear socks?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I do if my feet are cold,
Okay.
but
Do you recall that day?
yes,
Okay.
I was wearing socks.
You're wearing socks.
Yes.
How about Fabian? When he's laying in bed, when you walk in, he's laying in bed, what's he wearing? Take back and look at him now.
He's wearing a white beater shirt with boxer shorts, like
Okay.
the boxing shorts, the
Yeah.
long shorts.
Okay. Okay. And what's he doing when you walk in? So as you walk in,
He
you look
was
down.
laying on the bed
Okay. Was
with
he
his
doing
legs
anything?
crossed. No, he
Just
was
hanging
just
out?
sitting there.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and continue, please.
So then we started getting tired and we lay down. And I lay down on his stomach and he lay down with his arm around me and I fell asleep that way
Okay.
with the TV on and everything. So I fell asleep and then I woke up to Jessica by my side of my bed.
Bed picture.
And
Okay. Take your time. Bed picture.
she had asked me and Fabian if we believe in Jesus Christ. I said yes. And Fabian didn't get a chance to answer, and as soon as I went to go get up, she hit me with a clothesline in the head, right here.
Do you know where the clothes iron came from? Have you ever seen it before?
I usually kept it either in the laundry room on the shelf on the top, or in the closet where the coats go.
Okay. I'm going to mark this photograph number 12. Do you recognize what's depicted in photograph number 12?
My bedroom.
Okay. With this blue pen, I want you to put your initials on where you were sleeping that night. What side of the bed? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
Yes.
Okay.
I was on this side of the bed. With an X?
With your initials?
Oh. I was on
What
that
side would Fabian have been on?
On
That
this
way?
side.
Okay. Okay. When you first woke up and you first noticed that Jessica Kelley was in the bedroom with the initials JK, show me where she was. Okay, so she's on your side of the bed, on the right side of the bed, right next to you.
Yes.
Okay. And when you woke up, what is Fabian doing?
He was laying right next to me.
Okay. Okay. So by this time, you indicated to me, you told me that you fell asleep on top of him.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was kind of looking up. He was laying straight and I was on top of him.
Okay. Is that how you woke up when Jessica's there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Tell me what happens next.
So then after that, she asked us if we believed in Jesus Christ, and I said yes.
Okay.
And Fabian didn't get a chance to answer, and she was like, "You first, bitch!" And she took the iron and she hit me right here first.
Right in your forehead. Okay.
And I was in shock. I didn't know what to do, so I went to go get up, and she hit me in the back of the head with the iron going like that.
Okay.
And
Where were you when you were first struck with the iron?
in the bed,
On the bed.
on the bed.
When she struck you in the back of the head, where were you?
I was getting off of the
Okay,
bed.
so you're already getting out of bed, getting
Yes.
away from. Okay.
Yes, because
What's Fabian doing or saying at this point?
he's like, "Jessica, no, stop."
Okay.
And he tried to stop her, but then she like shooed him away. And
Sorry, how did Fabian try to stop Jessica?
he like tried to pull her off of me because she was beating me up after she hit me.
Okay. Is Jessica saying anything at this point?
No, she was just hitting me.
Okay. What happens next?
And I work my way towards Victoria's room because
Why-
I wanted to get to Victoria to get out of the house.
Why you wanted to go to Victoria's room to get out of the house?
Yes, I was gonna take Victoria and go out the window.
Okay.
And when I went into her room, I worked my way to her room while she was pulling my hair and hitting me.
Who was pulling your hair?
Jessica Kelley.
Okay.
And I finally made it into the bedroom where she wasn't hitting me anymore, and I locked the door into Victoria's bedroom.
Okay. And you locked which door?
I locked Victoria's room.
Okay.
And I saw that she wasn't in her bed.
Who wasn't in her bed?
Victoria was not in her bed.
So when you let's kind of stop right there. Go ahead and take a drink of water for me. It's okay. Do you need to take a break?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay. We'll keep going then. Okay. Okay. As you exit your bedroom after Jessica Kelley has been hitting you, and you come into the living room, what do you see?
I didn't really see it. I saw the floor because she had my head down
Okay.
and she was hitting me.
Was it light or dark?
It was dark, so
Okay.
I was trying to make my way through, but I know my apartment, so I can go through there with lights on, lights off.
Okay. Was there anything on?
Not that I
Radios,
could-
TVs,
not
other
that I
rooms?
could recall.
Okay. So as you enter Victoria's room, or you get close to Victoria's room, is the door open or shut? Victoria's room,
Victoria's door was open a little bit.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. When you went to bed, was Victoria's room door like that, or was it closed?
It was a little bit.
So it was the same.
Yes.
Okay. As you push the door open into Victoria's room, tell me what you first see.
I didn't see her in the bed
Okay.
because that's the first thing I looked for.
Was it light or dark in Victoria's room?
It was dark.
Okay. Did you turn any lights on?
No.
Okay. If it's dark in the living room, and just help me understand this, help me work through this. It's dark in the living room and there's no lights on in Victoria's room. How could you see what's on the bed? Do you know what I'm asking?
I felt the bed because when
Okay.
I saw that it didn't look like a living bed, I went and felt it.
Okay. Where's Jessica at this point?
She's out in the living room somewhere. I don't know because I had the door closed.
Okay. So you've got in Victoria's room. You've closed and locked the door. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And it's completely dark in there.
Yes.
You never turn the lights on?
No.
Okay. And then you're feeling,
She had a nightlight in her room.
okay, was it on?
Yes.
Oh, so
It
the
was
night
always
light was
on.
on. Okay.
It's always on. It's one of those night lights that when you turn out the light, it goes on.
Okay. Let me show you on the mark number 13. Do you recognize what's in 13?
Victoria's room.
Okay. And we're going to show some other photographs I think we've got of, there's these railings along her bed. Are those normally up?
Yes.
Okay. And I see a pink, different type of bedding and stuff. Is that normal for her?
Yes.
Does she like she likes things fluffy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a girl, isn't she? So she liked a lot of blankets.
Stuffed
and
animals,
stuffed
blankets,
animals.
pillows.
Okay. There's kind of a pile of clothes here, another blanket down here. Was her bedroom normally like that?
Most of the time.
Okay. So nothing really looks unusual there. Okay. And photograph number 14, do you recognize that?
Those yellow papers, I don't recognize those.
Okay.
But everything else.
Okay. So this is going to be the top end of photograph number 13. So we can see the little pink, I guess it's a blanket or...
Maybe.
I think that might have been her pillowcase or
Her
sheet,
pillowcase.
because it's Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Do you recognize 14 as the top portion of Victoria's bed?
Yes.
Okay. Does this look the way her room normally is? There's some things in 14 that are on the floor and stuff.
Usually not normally, but she usually keeps her room clean, but most of the time it's a mess.
Okay, so this is not unusual what we're seeing
No.
here. Okay, like that. Is
That's
this... I'm sorry, go, no,
That's-
my apologies.
That's where her and Matthew used to play a lot, because all the stuff was in
Okay.
her room, because she's more responsible. Matthew breaks everything,
Okay,
so I put everything in her room, so they were always in her room.
okay,
That could probably explain the mess.
okay. So it's not unusual to see what we're seeing. I remember looking at these, they're taped on the wall, I think there's a number on there. I don't think we have a close-up photograph, do we? But it looks like they're something that a child would tape on the wall. You don't remember that?
No.
Okay.
Would she ever do art? And
If she would do art, she would give it to me. She would say, I drew this for you.
Okay. There was also, in the living room area, there was a candy bar wrapper that was taped to the wall. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay. I don't know if we have a picture of
let me
that.
look.
Okay. I think it was like a Reese's
Is it
Pieces
Oh, yes, yes, yes. She put that up there for the cat.
for the cat. That
That's
makes
the
sense.
cat's name,
She put
right?
it, yes.
Got it.
She put it up there for the cat because she wanted to make the cat a bed, so she put Reese's.
Pieces over there.
Yes.
I don't think we have a picture of
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to mark number 15 and 16. Do you recognize what is in photographs 15 and 16?
Yes, that's still Victoria's room in 15, and 16 is still Victoria's room with her green shelving and my karaoke machine.
Okay. There's a brightly colored shoe in number 16. Whose shoe is that?
Victoria's.
Okay. Do you remember the last time you saw her wearing those shoes?
I don't recall.
Okay.
She switches her shoes like crazy.
Okay. There's in 16, photograph 16, there are two objects, round white objects, on top of the green bookcase. Do you know what those are?
They look like smoke alarms.
Do you know, are they normally there?
No,
Do you know how those came to be in Victoria's bedroom?
no.
Okay. How many smoke detectors, if you remember, were in the apartment?
I know there was one in every bedroom. There was one in the living room and one in the kitchen. I don't know the exact number.
Okay. Did you place these 2 smoke detectors in Victoria's room?
No,
Do you have any knowledge of who would have done that?
no.
Okay. So you're in Victoria's room. It's dark, but you do remember her nightlight on. Whereabouts in all these photographs, identify which photograph, where would her nightlight be?
Oh, she would put it in a different place. She would have an outlet over here. It would be here, or in this outlet closer to her bed, so the light's more near her
Because
head.
she moved it around.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Or there's another outlet that's by the door. Like when you walk into her room, there's like a little wall on this side.
We just don't have it?
I don't think we have it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you walk into her room, and then there's a wall right here, and there's an outlet right there.
Okay.
So you would switch them in different places.
It's just another one of.
Okay. This is number
17.
17. We're at number 17. Right. Number 17. Do you recognize what's in number 17?
Yes, that's Victoria's room too.
Okay. And I noticed there's...
I've got a photo. I'm sorry.
Did you find one,
You're
Brian?
talking about the yellow stuff taped to the wall?
Yes.
I've got that right.
Okay.
And the edge of the bed is in.
Yeah, we can look at it.
Yeah, we're trying to see if you remember. What we're going to do is we're going to show on Bryce's computer, he's got...
So it's right.
Yeah, we've got that. We're trying to get a close-up.
Oh.
Can you
Zoom?
zoom to see what's on that? Maybe that will refresh your memory on...
Oh, yeah. Here, I'll give you the mouse.
Okay. Okay. Can you take a look? What we're looking at is this is a crime scene photograph of the wall in Victoria's room that's depicted in number 14.
Here's the zoom. You can get
And we're
closer
going
if you
to
want.
zoom in on this, see if you recognize the handwriting or... All right, I'm not very good at this, so you may have to help me.
Just click on it once and then move it however you like.
Then zoom it, click it. All right, I'm screwing this up.
Give me a hand there, Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce.
You're gonna
Let
have
Bryce
to-
drive.
You're going to have to take somebody who's a little much better at this. Take a look, once we blow that up, take a look at it, Michelle, see if you recognize the handwriting or if this refreshes your memory. I realize it's been a while. Do you recognize any of that now that we're zooming in? There's a phone number on there.
Top of
Do you recognize the handwriting on that, those yellow?
That looks like Victoria's hair.
Okay.
it. And then the one at 3 o'clock.
That's my phone number. That's my cell phone number.
Okay.
Does that look like her handwriting too?
Yes.
Yeah.
One at 6 o'clock.
I don't know what that could be. I know it says Alex. That was one of her friends.
Okay.
And 9 o'clock.
There's another number on there.
Oh, that's my cell phone number.
Okay.
Well, she tried to do.
She tried to?
Yeah.
Okay, so you recognize
She
the
came close.
handwriting?
Yes.
That's Victoria's handwriting?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
And for the record, that's a close-up of what's depicted in photograph 14 that you've been looking at.
Photo 3226.
Okay. I'm going to show you, take a look at number 15 and number 13. There's a table, it's got a gold table with brown legs on it. That's right here, kind of in the middle of Victoria's room. Is that normally where it was?
No, she would move it around areas. I would put it in one place and she wouldn't like it. Then she'd move it and she would use it sometimes to do her homework on.
Okay. When you went in that night and you're checking for it, do you remember where that table was?
I don't.
Okay. So you're in Victoria's room.
Mm-hmm.
You're visually you can't see her. Am I correct?
Correct.
And then you start feeling
Yes.
the bed.
Feeling, yeah, the bed area because that's where she slept.
Okay. And what did you feel?
Nothing.
Okay. What did you do next?
I opened the door and I went to Jessica. I said, part of my language, I asked her, where the fuck is my daughter? I said, and she didn't answer me. She just started beating me up again.
She started doing what?
Beating me up again.
Okay, beating you up.
She pulled
again.
me by my hair.
Okay.
And she pulled me, kicking me, punching me. She threw me to the ground. She was kicking me. And I was working my way, at this point, I was working my way out of the apartment towards
Okay.
the front door.
Where's Fabian at this point?
Fabian's not in the house anymore.
How do you know that?
hadn't, because Jessica told me. She's like, Fabian left.
Okay. What else is Jessica saying at this point?
That's all I heard her saying. And then she just kept beating me up, pulling my hair, hitting me, kicking me
Where's this occurring?
in the living room.
Okay. We're going to start. We're going to mark this. I'm going to start some new numbers. I'm going to mark this 100. Okay. Do you recognize this layout? And I'm going to point some things out. This is the front entryway. This is the kitchen, patio, bedroom. Does this ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay. Does this accurately depict what you recall a layout of apartment 808?
Yes.
Okay. With your pen, I want you to put your initials where you were when Jessica first attacked you. Does that make sense?
When she first
First attack. Okay, so you're right there indicating on, as we look at this, on the left side of the master bedroom bed.
yes.
Okay? Can you take an arrow with that blue pen and just trace where you go after you're initially attacked, and then put next to that, where you put M&M, put number 1, the first location that you're attacked. Now just draw a little line for me where you go next. I'll do this way. Okay, so you go to Victoria's room.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Put your initials and put number 2. That will put the second place you went. Okay? Then, after you've described it where you've checked for Victoria and you can't find her, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and start from number 2 and draw me an arrow where you go next and stop at the next location where you get attacked. And let's put MM3. That'll be the third location. Okay? As we've marked MM3, it's right in the middle of the living room. That's when you realize that Fabian's not there?
Yes.
But you realize that because,
Jessica said.
okay. Are you seeing Fabian at that point?
No.
Are you hearing him?
No.
Okay. What else do you see going on inside the apartment?
Just her beating me up.
Okay.
She had my head down.
Okay.
So all I saw was the floor.
Okay. So what happens next?
And then I worked my way out of the living room and worked my way to the door to get out of that
Okay.
apartment.
Let's put MM4. That's right by the front door and you exit. Okay? So
Yes.
we've got that right. From the time where we have MM1 to MM4, how long do you think it takes to go to Victoria's room, back to the living room, and back out here?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I wasn't keeping time. I
Okay.
don't know.
When you were struck, tell me how you felt.
Dizzy. I
Okay.
felt dizzy
Okay.
and lightheaded.
Okay.
And I'm anemic, so if I lose a lot of blood, I get like dizzy real quick.
Okay.
And I just felt dizzy. I was in shock, and I didn't know what. I was just trying to get out of the situation that she was putting me in.
Okay. We'll talk here in a second about where you go after you leave MM4. When you're with Fabian, I'll just make it generally. Do you ever do any drugs with Fabian while you know it?
No,
No weed, no anything.
no,
But do you ever see, wait, I can't believe I just said that. Do you ever see Fabian smoking marijuana? Personally see him do it?
I've seen him do it a couple of times on my
Whereabouts?
back balcony.
On your balcony?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever see Fabian do any other drugs?
No,
Did you ever see Jessica do drugs?
no,
Okay. Did you know that or suspect that Fabian was doing anything other than marijuana for drugs?
no,
Okay. Did you see Fabian drink any alcoholic beverages while he's with you?
he drank every once in a while. He'd have a beer.
Okay. Any hard liquor?
Not that I could recall.
Okay. Did you ever drink anything with Fabian?
Once in a while, but not often.
Okay. What would you normally drink with, or
Like-
once in a while?
Yeah, like I would come home from work. If I had a hard day, I would have a Corona. But
Okay.
other than that, I never got addicted to drinking or anything like that.
No hard liquor?
No.
Okay. While you guys are at Uncle David's that Tuesday, do you see anybody drinking?
Yes, they were all drinking.
Okay. Who's all?
Fabian, David, the other two gentlemen where he gets the lead from.
Okay, so everyone out there is kind of, Are you drinking anything at that point?
No.
Okay. Where does the alcohol come from Uncle David's? Well, your wife is at Uncle David's. You know what I'm asking?
Yes, they had like the beer in a box,
Okay.
like the Bud Light in a box.
Okay. Do you know where that came from? The whole box of Bud Light?
I don't.
Okay. Did you and Fabian ever, while you were together, ever go to a liquor store and purchase alcohol?
He did.
He did.
Yes.
But you guys never did?
No.
Okay. Okay. Was there ever a time, specifically on Tuesday the 23rd, around the time of Uncle David's, going to the brother's house, seeing Jessica, that you felt odd? You know what I'm asking?
And like, did I feel weird?
Yes.
Sometimes, because I didn't know them, so I felt like weird going to somebody's house that I don't know.
Okay. How about, did you feel physically weird? Like, what I'm asking is it possible that you could have ingested something not knowing it? That you could have taken something not knowing it? Do you know what
Not
I'm
that I
asking?
recall.
Okay, okay. You never felt lightheaded, dizzy, intoxicated, anything like that? Okay. So there's no chance that you could have been, in my age, it's called slipped a Mickey or been fentanyl or what they call that, roofies? Roofies, date rape? Nothing like, you didn't have any encounter like that you can recall?
No.
Okay. Okay. As,
Detective Lewis,
yes, sir.
there's one thing I know about it, and we're here to tell you what we know and not to omit anything. So if you don't mind, while you're on this subject,
Yes, sir.
did you ever get a text or a request if you wanted to go do a line with anybody?
No, not a text or a request. Fabian asked me himself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You might explain to the detective
Yeah.
about that.
Yes. We were in the bedroom, and at one point Jessica was in there with me and Fabian had asked me to do a line of coke with him, and I said no.
Okay. Did you ever see anything in your apartment that caused you concern?
No.
So you never saw any type of material or powder or substance, anything at all like that?
No, I only smoked the weed, and then I saw the can that he was using to smoke the weed out of.
Describe that for me.
He made like a bong. It was like a sun-kissed can, and he put a whole, I don't know how he made it,
Okay.
but they would do it out of that.
And
Jessica and Fabian.
so Jessica and Fabian were smoking
Yes.
in your apartment. Okay. You know what? It's 12:12.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's a good time. We're gonna have to come back and talk some more. It's gonna be emotional. Let's do some lunch. You're stuck here, so
Yes.
they brought her lunch.
they brought her lunch. Okay, all right, so you got lunch.
Yes.
She doesn't have any choice. She's got to eat what they brought.
Understood. Okay, it is now 12:13. We're gonna take our lunch break.